Okay, recording is up. Who wants to do a recap of the previous session?
Nah.
Nobody.
Oh, I can do
for
a
everybody.
brief one if you want.
That's all we require.
Okay. So I think in the session before that we just bumped into Lashinara. So we started out with Lashinara. We basically showed him all the random crap that we found at the when we were
the
clearing
curiosity
out
shop.
And
the
Creamer Keep.
Yep.
So it had rugs and all sorts of rugs and table, the rugs that never got dirty, and the table that had weird runes on it, and of course our favourite frog taxidermy that we spent a fortune on. Lashinara is a conjurer that we've been dealing with from time to time.
He has his special power is that he knows plot relevant information.
He's like the powerful wizard in the valley.
It's called
who's not evil.
It's called
possibly
mage-splaining.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he's also probably the most learned person in the valley. So, it stands to reason.
And he has no freaking idea why we bought the frog taxidermy. But hey, weird people do weird stuff.
Because it's cool. Which is the most learned person in the valley? He clearly knows nothing about. So saith Crew.
Yes. So that's the frog taxidermy that we got.
Are you calling Lashinara a nerd?
Nerd.
Look at him. He's carrying a DMG around with him.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Anyway, so we head back to Kindly Ollery, who's basically the head cleric of Sumberton, which is the town in the center of the valley.
Whoa.
No, not really.
Not even close. Not even
He's
close.
the head of your church in Summerton.
Yes.
No bias here
The
whatsoever.
smallest church.
Well, yes, but it doesn't stop you lot from all couch surfing on his place for free, does it?
I know, that's because you're our cleric. Thanks for that.
Right. Yeah.
You're the best.
So
Also,
it's the church.
because he's
But
kindly by name.
there is other
and kindly
churches,
by
but they're
nature.
not the church.
Okay, fine.
So yes, there is multiple churches in the same sort of vicinity. There's like the Pious Way that has multiple churches, but we head back to Kindly Ollery's because we have an R&R room there, which is free
For now.
Lashinara. Okay, so we obviously left something with Lashinara for him to look at. We went back
the
there.
taxidermy and the tables.
No, you guys have the taxidermy.
That's right. No.
We went and saw him again.
And he said it's some sort of prison.
Yep.
The enchantment prevented him from seeing what it was, but he's pretty sure that it's a prison and you can't access it to work out what sort of prison is without removing the enchantments. And we're not sure what happens if you remove the enchantments.
He's removed the enchantments.
I was about to say, he's funny. So he did do that, and he also he thought there was something within.
He said there were a couple of magical items within.
Yep. Blade, defensive items, something else, and he doesn't think it's exactly a prison, but something is trapped inside.
Yeah. And of course, us being the wise people we are, we decide we should probably open it to find out what those things are.
Of course. We're adventurous.
Don't include Avenger in that us, please.
So after much discussion, we decide we'll head back to the ruins of Andrashel. Apparently the group's been there before.
Hang on, you spoke to someone else.
Did we?
Yeah. We went and sold the rugs.
Yeah, but that was after we decided to head back there. So before heading out, we decided to grab some stone acid from Razan, who is acting very oddly. He doesn't know about
him.
Even for him. He doesn't know about the stone acid, but goes off and brings back some laughing powder and managed to dose himself. Sure found some special stone skin metal until It's been a while since I read my notes.
Yeah,
He
me too. And
It's
Okay,
it's like a
it's
restricted
the-
substance.
yes, it's
you know,
the
it's for
special
dwarves only.
dwarven
Or
substance,
Stonkin only.
and he's going to report him because he's got contraband.
Yep.
Atla.
So eventually he gets some acid in 2 pints in a jug, or 2 1 pint jugs, and kicks us out without selling it to us, apparently.
yeah, because we rolled poorly.
That's right.
Negotiated poorly.
That's
Yeah,
right. Then
exactly.
we head back to Lashanara, and he's removed the protection spells and further identified the frogs. Less like a prison, more like a trap. It appears there are 3 magic items and a creature trapped in it at the moment. We finish up some shopping before heading out of town to open the frog jar, and that's where my notes end. So I'm sure I've missed some stuff in there because I think I fell asleep then.
No,
No, that's pretty good.
We
It's
didn't.
pretty good?
We
Okay.
didn't. We did not do the journey to
No.
Lacrima Keep. Not Lacrima Keep. Sorry. The
Ruins of Endershell.
No, because it was late. You were tired. Oz was half dead.
Yes, that was a fun.
We just left town and we tried to open the thing and we couldn't. The
Mhm.
taxidermy.
That's right.
And that's where we are, heading out.
You are. All right. Let me chuck you guys back to the valley. So
all of that happened in Sumberton in the centre there.
Yep. So you'll notice, what's going on with... I've got to fix up that character. All right. I can do that right now. So there was an issue with one of the character sheets. There's not a character sheet that I need to worry about at the moment. It's all drained, but I'll do it while I'm thinking. All drain, where the freak are you? Edit.
She's staying in town too, I believe.
Yep. I just need to make sure that I could control the character, and now I can. If I can't control it, I can't see from their vantage point. So I just had to make, and I noticed I couldn't control your character because I'm logged onto my PC as a player. I couldn't see your hit points. I could see your bar, but not your hit points. All right. So you'll notice in the top left corner of your screen, Vexxi, you'll have a series of icons. That's a little floating toolbar. The first one up the top is the arrow, so you got select move. That's one you'll generally use most of the time. The other one you'll use a fair bit is 4 down. It looks like a circle with a ruler in it. It is actually a ruler.
Well.
Herb.
Okay, so yep, you can make it turn by right clicking, holding left button down and right clicking, so you can measure.
Oh, nice.
Yep. The other one below that is dice. So you can, if you click on that, you can bring up a dice roll. There is advanced rules in there. You can also, instead of using that if you don't want to, you can roll directly into the chat window as I showed you before. Another thing that's really useful to know is that if you open anything like the dice roll or your character sheet, if you were to position a cursor over the title of it and then double click, you actually minimize it, making it a translucent little bar that you can keep on the screen but out of the way. Then you just have to double click on it to bring it open again. You can do that with your character sheets as well. If you hold the shift button down and then double click on your character token, it will open your character sheet.
Or you can...
Oh, can you repeat that?
If you were to, so if you make sure you got the select tool selected, hold the shift button down and double click on your character token up the top left corner. So this thing up here,
Oh yeah.
it will open. Yeah, so if you double click on that whilst holding shift, it will open your character sheet for you. It's a quick and easy way to get to your character sheet. You can then, if you were to double click on the name of your character, it will actually reduce the character sheet again to a translucent little bar that you can just keep out of the way. And then you can always just double click on it to make it big again,
Oh,
if you so
sweet.
choose. So that way you can have your character sheet always handy.
I just put mine on my second monitor, but yes.
Or if you go to second monitor,
That
you
is
can
all.
Wish
do
I
that.
had a second monitor.
Very well. Never mind.
Okay, so that's just a quick little bit there. So the ruler, if I was to work out roughly,
You can also just look at the journal tab and double click on any of the items in the journal.
Yep.
To bring up the window for them.
Yep.
So all these little numbers that you see here, like that 8 there and that. We've got a journal.
yep,
Somewhere in there.
in the party info, you have tasks, jobs, and other guff.
Yep. So they all relate to one of those numbers.
Yep. So that's what the numbers are for, and the little triangles, red triangles, are where things of note have occurred for the group.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are heading out towards the ruins of Androshel. You're about, we'll say about there.
To be fair, it is like we've spent 206 plus hours doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Have been busy.
You're about a day into your trip to Androshel. The road is pretty quiet, again, because there's not much up here. There's only Silvermont and the cursed Lacrima Keep and the ruins of Androshel. Not much traffic occurs here. The mercantile caravans that go to Silvermont are running basically once a week, and sometimes less than that. Big caravans covered in guards. Harina Quell likes his stuff and doesn't want anyone to nab it. So therefore there is very little transient population on the road. In fact, you have got here pretty much seeing nobody. Those of you with eagle eyes in the group, however, as dusk is beginning to settle, realize that there is a lone figure approaching at a faster pace than you are moving from behind, and it has been steadily encroaching upon you and catching up to you over the last hour or so since it came into sight, and you believe it will be upon you before dusk falls.
Oh, someone's in a hurry.
A lone figure.
Mm-hmm.
Is it big?
It's a person.
Oh, humanoid size.
Mm-hmm. It's unusual to
bigger than me.
Yeah, this is true. It is unusual, absolutely unusual, to see lone figures on the road, especially headed in this direction. But there it is, a lone figure on the road.
Can we make out any details, or it's just a lone figure in the distance?
Maybe it's Aaron trying to catch up.
Yeah, if Aaron can move that fast, I'll have to pay him some more.
You cannot make out any details at the moment, though it does appear to be, again, moving with a rather quickened gait, one that will catch you shortly, or catch you up before dusk falls, so they are clearly moving faster than you, and with some purpose. You are not moving slowly, but you're not clipping along. You have you do have some beasts of burden and a cart, but it does also appear that every now and then you see the glint of metal upon it, so it is possibly armored.
Well,
Maybe it's Haradni.
just keep an eye on them while we move. Keep going and keep an eye on them.
Just checking, because I don't think we'd organised it. Are we taking turns giving piggybacks to Shiro, or is he riding in the cart with the other baggage?
I am
Offended by that statement.
so lightly equipped compared to Hypatia that I'm pretty sure I can keep up with her.
Touche.
Yep.
So, quick question before we get too carried away: did everyone have their continual light items enchanted by now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so I will not be keeping that one around then.
Now, I'm just checking. Did Sean do that on Shiro's?
Bullets, yes.
No, not your bullets. Your dentistry while he was asleep, like we'd organised.
No.
No, because I'm not an ass.
Think about how funny it would
But
be.
he is a hole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how many? Oh, I'll keep the spell there because obviously you got 20 bullets. You probably haven't done all 20 of them in this time, have we?
10 is what I have written down.
Okay, so another 4. Yep. Oh, we'll keep doing it until we get to the ruins of Androshol.
Okay, so dusk begins to fall. At the very least, your animals are going to need rest. You are also reasonably tired. It is hard work walking along carrying all this crap, even though you don't have all the crap upon your backs. So it will probably be in the carts. It's still,
Ruben's pretty used to it. He's used to carrying the whole party regularly in combat.
this is true. Hypatia, however, has the constitution of an asthmatic child.
Mm-hmm. And
And it's
making a pretty good impression of that too.
probably wheezing pretty heavily. The figure has been catching you.
of that.
Mhm.
Is there an artificer in town that we could get to make some kind of
Zimmer
special
frame?
breathing apparatus that we could put into the full plate for Darth Hypatia? I mean, no, I'm not going anywhere specific with that.
Mm.
We
I
should.
mean, I
totally do
was
that.
more thinking Big Daddies, but yeah, we can go with Darth
Oh,
Vader.
no. I like Hypatia going Darth Vader.
The figure has been steadily progressing further and further, and you can now see that it is an armored figure, and they are moving reasonably quickly in your direction. You have probably begun to set camp, or you could push through. It's up to you.
No, I think we're going to set up camp, aren't we?
And an ambush.
And an ambush.
I'll be the bait and everyone else can ambush. How's that?
They can clearly see you.
I don't think we should.
Oh,
Let them go past.
I don't mean like a surprise ambush. I mean like
Fail.
get into firing positions because we've
This
got,
is
you know.
us. We
It's-
wait till they're within earshot and then start discussing ambushing them.
Also fair. That is something that could happen.
It is the party's
It is.
operandi.
It is the way.
So, Vexxi, you can take it from there as you're approaching this bunch of misfits and idiots. They are apparently trying to ambush you.
Well,
No, I'm just
Sean's
just
not.
getting in a prepared
Sean's-
position.
Sean's setting up camp.
You can describe how your character appears if you so choose, who and what you are, and then take it from there.
Well, I guess I'll base my character's image on her character sheet. So ignore the spear and the shield that she has, but pretty much she has a green complexion, typical half orc kind of image, long braided hair, and she has a feather in her head, tied to her ear, I mean, and she shouts out to you guys just to say, hey, are you guys the Titan Slayers? I've been meaning to speak with you.
Oh, Titan Slayers. Wow.
Yeah.
Are we
I've
Titan
heard so
Slayers?
much about you.
Yeah, remember when we killed the Titan and brought its head back?
Shiro wasn't there. That's amazing.
Right. Yes, we did kill a Goliath. It was a Goliath, wasn't it?
No,
it was a
it was a
Titan.
Titan.
Was a Titan.
Oh, it was. Okay, there's an actual.
We also slew two Goliaths earlier.
Yeah.
And that's when
And
Whiskey
what else
Pete
did we
has
do?
seen
We
some shit.
dragged the heads back.
Well,
How do we get those heads?
to be
With
fair,
axe.
we weren't entirely the ones who killed the Titan. We kind of just. It was
Hypatia got the kill blow, didn't you?
Yeah, but most of the damage is done by those weird spirit creatures in the tree.
Anyway,
we didn't.
But we'll
throw
take
those
credit.
in.
But we killed the thing that killed the Titan, so that makes us the Titan
Yes.
Anyway.
Slayers.
anyway, the half-orc has asked you to the Titan Slayers. Tangents.
Yes, we are. Who may you be?
Well, I am an associate of Kingsley the merchant, and he sent me up here to find you. I thought I could join you guys for a bit of an adventure because I am looking for, I guess, riches and um, encounters in this land.
Ah, you
Uh,
seek to test yourself against the end. I don't know, monsters and stuff. Well,
Monsters and stuff. Amazing.
I mean, I am
Uh,
still a
what-
bit
He
boring.
even realizes that it's a.
That's charisma 15 at work, baby.
Look,
Yeah.
you sound
Yep.
like you'll fit right in.
Except for the riches thing, as I'm sure you've discovered, skilling up is so expensive. So expensive.
I hope you don't have any problems with half orcs because from where
Not at all.
I've come from,
We've
it's-
had one before.
dude.
Mark
Oh,
was
really?
great.
We
Yeah.
did.
So,
Yes.
what happened to him though?
He
He
died unfortunately.
chose poorly. He should have healed himself before a battle, but for some reason he chose not to.
Indeed, it was most tragic. We
It
miss
then
him.
led to his death. I myself tried to save him, but was unable
Shut up,
to.
Ted.
You're not
All
really
of that
selling
is
it to me.
100% true.
Alright.
Yeah, it was. Yep, he's right.
All right. So Varsh joins the group.
Wonderful.
For
Was
that
there any
easy.
reason Kingsley sent you to us? Like,
I'm
just out
not
this
gonna
out of
tell
interest.
you that.
No, I like Kingsley.
Yeah, no,
Maybe-
Kingsley's great, but I'm not sure why he's recruiting for us. I mean, I actually no, that's not true.
Because
Of
we
course,
may
I
be
know why.
part of
I
his
also know why
organization
he's
soon.
recruiting to him. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Right. He figured, maybe you were. Well, we filled him in about what happened at the Cape, so maybe he figured we could do with the extra help.
Yep.
Yep, Kingsley trusts in you, and I trust in Kingsley.
hmm
How do you know Kingsley?
Oh, you want to know about my backstory already? Isn't
Oh,
it time to go to bed?
I tend to like the backstory before we go to bed.
Alright.
You don't
It's
have to
not
give
really
it to
a-
them. It's up to you. Don't feel
What's that?
pressured by Oz.
Yeah,
Ask Oz
What
about his
language are you
backstory.
speaking? As a side note,
I how about we leave
what
that
are you
for
talking
another
about,
day?
Grail?
what language is Varsh speaking to us in?
Probably
Trade
trade
tongue?
talk.
Trade tongue. Nice. I can understand that.
Wait, can everyone here understand trade tongue?
Yes.
Yes.
Hopefully, otherwise that would be an issue that we should
Yeah,
address
otherwise it must be
now.
awkward.
Possible to not choose it as a language,
Mhm.
so I was just checking.
Trade tongue is very common.
Yes. Good. But it would have been hilarious if Varsh did not know trade tongue.
It
It's
could have
talking
been,
us the kingdom of humans.
yeah. Well, I'm not really one to really talk much about myself, so I'd rather, get on with it. I don't like divulging any information.
That seems fair. Are you any good with those? So you've got like a poleaxe. Is your weapon?
I've got my baby called the Brutal Badish. And a few javelins, but I prefer swinging my big axe around.
Nice.
But of course, I hope I won't need to have to use it on you.
Well,
So
much
do I.
appreciated.
Unless you want
It's
a
like half my size.
demonstration.
That's because you're small.
Way to put him in his place.
Trust those elven eyes to pick up these hidden details.
And are you particularly tough, or how are your defensive
She looks pretty tough.
skill? Yes.
Well, I'm just going to flex my arm and you be the judge of that.
Will you need a lot of healing?
She doesn't seem to have like super heavy armor.
She's wearing medium armor.
I've got medium armor. It's served me well
Ah.
so far, and I'm not dead yet.
Excellent.
So
That is,
so-
that is a requirement for being part of our
I assume
party.
when she says that, Sean sighs sadly
What is that?
with his
Control
newfound
that.
love for the
The
undead.
undead.
True. It is true.
I'm hoping I can prove my worth to you in battle.
I have
That
no
is-
doubt you will.
That is an excellent way to prove your worth.
Yeah,
Wait,
that went
wait, wait.
swimmingly.
Do you have a helmet?
No. It gets a bit sweaty in there. Very uncomfortable.
It
Oh,
most
gee.
certainly does.
Too sweaty for a helmet.
I
Very
want to
well.
be able to see my enemy in the eyes.
Ah. No ambush.
What if they're wearing a
exposure.
helmet though?
And she'll remove it and take the head
Yes.
out of the helmet.
Exactly.
Politely ask them to remove the said helmet.
You have to show
Wants to see you in
optimum
the
respect with eye contact.
All right.
Talos was asking if you knew if you had a helmet because helmets help provide you damage reduction
And AC.
and AC.
They're handy. They keep people alive.
Keep the
Well,
brains
that is-
inside.
Not as alive as they used to.
Eh,
Still pretty good.
Yeah.
We don't mention when the world changes.
There is a spare helmet on the wagon, so if things
Yeah,
get really
do
rough,
you-
you can put one on.
Do you want to aggravate the gods?
The this, the original rules were that you could sacrifice your helmet for a damage reduction, and so the party ended up with we talked about getting a cart just to put all helmets in, and just to
Good
bring witnesses
times.
like whoop, change your helmet.
People did that though. Like it makes sense. It's fine.
Yeah, but then we became less competent overall.
Yeah.
If you could only wear one piece of armor, you wore a helmet.
If
Mm.
you could only carry one
Did we
piece
ever
of defensive gear, it
specify
was a shield.
where you wore the helmet? Just thinking
Well,
helmet shoulder
when you're in a helicopter, you sit on it.
helmet shoulder pads suddenly
Helmet shou-
became entirely valid.
And maybe it was the Black Russian.
All right. Well, I like this. Varsh character. You seem
Fully
pretty
legit.
cool. Yeah.
Where
Do
we
you know
want
how to?
put Varsh in the watch? First or third?
I forgot we have a watch.
We
Yep.
do have a
Um,
watch.
We do.
You might need to modify it as well because you have Aaron on there at the moment.
Well,
And,
and you've got
Haradni
Radney
as well, yes.
with Minerva.
Mm.
Ugh.
Well, perhaps you could take watch with me, Varsh.
That's a
Okay,
good choice.
sure.
I agree with this choice.
Wait. Looking on the watch, are you doing watch them or watch? Because we've got two lots of watches.
So
Why are
to-
there two lots?
for your information as well, Varsh, the other players might want to give you a quick rundown of what their characters are and look like.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah.
There.
So we could
Yeah.
start down the bottom and work our way across from left to right with the names appearing. So Shiro first.
Okay, so Shiro is a gnome, which is, a type of stonekin. They live with the dwarves in the valley, and he's wearing like a tabard with a wagon wheel on it. He has medium armor. He's got a couple of stilettos. He looks like he's got a sling and some sling stones. He's got a symbol of the 8, like tied to the back of his gauntlet. He's wearing medium armor. And I mean, that's sort of all you can really tell about him at the moment. He's has very fine clothes that somebody bought for him. Thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
Lenza.
So cool. Oh, excuse me. Of course, I have to cough every time I need to talk. Yeah.
Rama Queen.
Lenza is a female elf. She looks to be. I mean, I don't know how well you can tell an elf's age. She's over 100.
She's a
That's
millennial.
Yeah, exactly. Over 100 is about all you need to know. She carries a very shiny-looking longbow, along with like lots of arrows. It's essentially almost all that she has on her at
Festooned
most.
with arrows.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, do I still have the Rod of Lineage? I think I do still have the Rod of Lineage, don't I?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
cool. So I also am carrying a very, very fancy rod
Scepter.
that seems to be out of place amongst everything else that I'm wearing with my like, you know, bark armor and, you know, elven everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's essentially Lenza. She's an asshole.
That
Hmm.
True.
Who likes to?
That's the rod.
so after Lenza, it will be
Jaquan.
Jaquan.
Jaquan is wearing some, at the moment, very shiny full plate because it hasn't been tested yet. He has a large pointy pole arm. He is looking a bit shy of 30, but doesn't seem to fully wear his age, almost as though something strange had happened with that recently. And as even in the short time you would have learned, he has sassed pretty much every other party member and will continue to do so until he has to save their lives again.
After Jaquan, Hypatia.
You see a pretty tall human, clad in full plate armor, definitely with a few more dents and scratches than Jaquan's. She sort of stands there casually with holding a shield. There's a little arming sword at her belt, along with a brace of pistols. She has long brown hair. Her complexion is pretty kind of pasty, and she has bright orange eyes.
Ooh.
And she and Kruber are human.
Yep.
Yes.
Sean Fitzlogan.
Sean is your standard. What is it? Middle-aged white guy in a
Henry's playing himself.
Yep,
He's
pretty
got a
much.
dad bod.
Yep. In jack of
Nice.
plates. He's got a nice coat, a nice bow, helmet, and he's got a warhammer and on his belt, and a gigantic, huge bling magic holy symbol, the size of like, I don't know, what is it, 6 inches or something like that. 150 mil diameter, hanging from his chest. Stands out.
He's Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
It's my bling, man.
Except for
That's
the dad
huge.
bod part.
It's got an encumbrance rating. It's that big.
So that's all the characters, but there are 2 dwarven mercenaries with the group as well. Both are wearing medium armor, carrying shields. One has an arming sword, one has a hammer. They're standing off to the side, muttering to themselves in dwarven stone speak, looking you up and down. It's clear that they don't necessarily trust you, but you know, they don't seem to be too concerned either way.
Yeah.
They don't seem to trust any of the characters, it looks like.
Oh, what are they saying in stone
Understandable.
speak? It's harsh.
Oh, they're saying, God,
Hey.
why can't they all be gnomes and dwarves like us?
Yeah,
And
right
sure.
on, brothers.
Legit.
But I
Who
like being
wants to
tall.
edit the party watch so that it's vaguely accurate?
You sound like you just volunteered.
I'm going to put Sean and Shiro in the middle watch if you make me do it.
Sounds great. You get
She wanted
first
to know what
healing.
Shiro actually looked like. Here's a description in Disco. There you go.
Now I feel bad about my description because I'm horrible at describing
No.
things.
It's all good.
You heard Sean's description of standard white dude, right?
Hey. That was very descriptive.
Well, he is. He's a middle-aged white dude.
Are we having 3 or 4 watches?
How many
three
are
is
there?
fine.
How many are there us now?
Well, I mean, are the mercenaries doing
Six.
watches?
Sure, they're being paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are being
Alright, well,
paid.
4 watches.
But
We should get another mercenary, and then we can all just sleep and make them do watches.
but remember that remember what
What
the
could go
mercenaries
wrong?
remember what the mercenaries are being paid for though.
Guarding the wagon.
Guarding the wagon.
Yeah, so we
Always
can
doing
put
it at
them.
night time.
Yeah, so we can put one on watch with a person.
Yes,
Mhm.
essentially. And so,
what are the
who?
mercenaries' names? Where are
Are
they?
you changing it now?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's Thadar and Jaw.
And Jaw.
So I think we still only have 2 spellcasters. No, 3, because Shiro's in it, but that's 2. Yeah.
Wait, there's
No.
only Sean and Shiro
Minerva,
are the
Minerva
only
left.
spellcasters.
Yes.
But they should go in the middle watch, shouldn't they?
No, end
No.
watch or start
One
watch.
one at each of the start and end.
I'm putting Shiro and Thadar to begin, Jaquan and Jaw, Hypatia and Vash, and last watch is Lenser and Sean.
Sure.
Sounds
Actually,
like a plan.
No, I'm going to make Lenser do a watch with me. That's way more entertaining.
Excellent.
Does that sound about right to people?
Just
Do we
update
have
it so we
do we
can
have
update
any
it.
retainers left, or did we lose both of them?
You lost both of them because Kukulane is with Minerva and Eren was dismissed.
Excellent.
Doomed to a life of crime.
Dismissed.
What possibly?
That was funny.
Mistakes were made.
You wanna
you should have
tell
realized
Zach?
this when you asked him to stop people coming into the temple and he drew his weapon.
Mm-hmm.
The guy was not clever.
He was told, okay, we don't need you. And was like, well, I'm fired then, not wait here for a while.
And he left the party.
Yeah, well,
with
you
very
didn't
expensive
clarify. You
armor.
didn't say we don't need you for the next
Yeah.
couple of days. Go to the pub, have some fun,
He
be
was,
back here in an hour, in 3 days.
he was a retainer they had, well, one of the characters had, with an intelligence of 3.
Yep.
He
Yep.
was,
He
Barely able
tried.
to
He
speak.
tried hard.
Or
He was-
understand speech.
yeah, he was a simpleton. Absolutely, in the purest definition. What am I saying?
Alright.
What am I saying was, still is.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
hopefully.
I mean,
He
he's
might
dead.
get mugged for that armor.
Oh,
He won't get mugged for it. He'll just get convinced to go and do something dumb until he dies. You know.
Yeah. It's far more likely.
Who knows? He could be a greater adventurer than us by the time we return.
I somehow doubt that.
What happened to the other retainer, or was they
That
were
was-
they
that's
with
They're
Minerva?
still with Minerva.
Right. Yeah. We should get more retainers.
We should.
Why do you think Shiro's hanging out with Thadar all the time?
mhm.
Does Shiro want to become a retainer?
Yes, to Thadar.
Okay, so you have your thingy done now?
Yes.
Cool. Alright. Let's have a look. What did you do? Party watch. Watch them first. Shiro, Theta, Jaquan, and Lenza, Hypatia, and Varsh, not Vash.
Dash the Stampede.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh, there is a.
There is an R in there.
Mm-hmm.
Jaquan's up,
Yeah, there.
and then Sean and Jaw, the bald. Very well.
Podcast. Continual light on a couple of your marbles.
Yeah, oh great.
I
Thanks.
don't know exactly what that means. Is that some kind of stonekin thing?
Sure.
Okay, just checking.
A couple more sling bullets are prepared. Ooh, shiny.
Alright, the night will pass without event.
Hurrah!
You.
Didn't get murdered in our sleep. There's a bonus.
No, you did
Mhm.
not. There are a few people on the road. In fact, there is nobody on the road. No one wants to go anywhere near Lacrima Keep at night time or come from there.
Don't know why.
I was there.
Not that you're anywhere near there at the moment. Another day's travel. The only thing that did happen is during the night, it started getting pretty cool, and dark clouds started to settle above the valley. But the weather did not break. It's just cold and overcast.
Does anyone have winter blankets? Not that I'm concerned.
Wait. I actually stole a bedroll from Lacrima Keep.
There you go. Actually, there's a whole bunch of Lacrima Keep. You
I
could go
not
back
have
in
a
there and get
bedroll.
some more.
Did you not have a bedroll?
Sorry?
Did you not have a bedroll?
Shiro had nothing when you found
Right.
him. You
Awesome.
guys like came along and he was like, "Do you have food?" And you guys like, "Yeah, we've got food for you." And he's like, "Yes, we'll heal for food. Thank you." I have run out of food. Life is bad.
And there was a lot of troglodytes between him and Freedom.
And then we got to town. You guys were like, "Yeah, we need some nice clothes." And I was like, can you guys buy me some nice clothes?" And that's how everything has gone. You've bought him literally everything. It's great.
I feel like that makes you something. What is it? Ah, yes.
A mercenary.
Lucky.
Oh
I thought you were going to say a retainer.
I mean, I'm happy to go with that.
He's carrying a lot of oil.
So the next day we'll pass pretty much without event. There is nobody still on the road. It is quiet. However, you are going to be getting near Lacrima Keep as night begins to fall. Do you wish to push on, or do you wish to pull up short?
Pull up short.
Or do you wish to go and camp within Lacrima Keep? Yeah.
No.
Feel
Hell
like
no.
my name indicates what the party will do.
They have a well which has water in it, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't. It has spirits in it.
It has
Oh,
bones.
even better.
As
We can
someone-
get smashed.
As someone who has gone down there before, no. It does not have water in it, can confirm.
It's a miracle well. It has spirits in it.
Before going to sleep this night, Shiro is going to detect alignment on new people to the party. Yoink.
Okay.
You can just say Varsh.
Well, Jorah is also new.
Ah, true.
What's that?
I'm just making sure that you
He's
harbor no ill will towards
he's
me.
being a linist.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not quite how detect alignment.
It is actually.
It's no alignment. Yes.
No alignment. It's not detect evil. It's no
Yeah.
alignment. As in,
Indeed.
you know
Yeah.
their alignment.
Yeah.
So if they're evil, you know.
Yeah.
But then they may
They're
not.
Evil doesn't mean they've necessarily going to harm you.
Well, that's right. If you cast
look
detect
at
evil,
Sean.
and
No alignment. The caster of this spell will immediately know the alignment of a character or monster within
Or
range.
magic items.
In addition, magic items with an alignment or the nature of a holy or unholy place will be revealed. It's not detect evil, which is based upon intent. It's, what the fuck are you?
Yeah. So what's their alignment?
we should have cast no alignment on the altar in the Lacrima Keep, shouldn't we?
I didn't have it prepared.
Does it work on
could
the animate
Go and
object?
do it now.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Oh,
If
nice.
they're magical and have an alignment.
If you want to do it during the day.
But yes, so is there anything around me that has interesting alignments that I have not detected before? Like Varsh and Jaw? Possibly this frog taxidermy.
Yeah, that's what offends Vex. The frog taxidermy's where I'm hoping to find some interesting answers.
I love
No,
the frog's
but
taxidermy.
get-
It's such a core
Is it-
part of the story right now.
Yes, apparently it is. I'm not
It
sure
really
why.
sadly is.
It's actually a single character.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a single item.
Yeah.
It's a.
The caster of this spell will immediately know the alignment of a character or monster within range. But I'll let that go. I gave you two.
Ah. Yeah, that's... Oh, I was meant to have two. That's okay.
That's right. I'm assuming that you probably did it on Jaw beforehand because you had Jaw for a couple of days.
Yeah, I'm going to remove them now anyway and replace them with my old spells. I just wanted to.
So
do
I
that.
whispered that to. I whispered your alignment to Shiro then. So you can do what's known as a whisper in the game in the text chat, Vexxi.
Mhm.
So you do a W/W. So I've done a
Yep.
backward slash. It's actually a forward slash. So you would do that, a space, and then the character name. So you can whisper to me as Grail GM or just GM. And
Did you get my whisper?
yes, I did. There you go. Hello back.
But the really cool kids send him messages on Facebook
Yeah.
instead because it really irritates him.
And to answer your other whisper earlier about that thing that you have got that everyone knows about, but for some reason you're whispering about it. What does it do? It does what it says. It just it's pretty warm, but it's.
Man, I wish I could have understood what that was about.
I'm
Sounds
sure-
riveting.
I'm sure the person who asked the whisper has some at least idea as to what I'm saying. It's warm. Is it going to provide you some form of protection? Yes. If it is going to provide you protection against extreme, possibly not. You don't know. You have to find out.
Yep.
Go lie down in a freezer, see if your toes fall off.
Well,
But
they
yes.
might have outside the blanket or the cloak.
Anyway, so you said you were going to pull up short.
Yeah.
Makes more sense to walk past it in the light of day
Yeah.
rather than camp next to it in the middle of the night.
So,
Agreed.
so Varsh, you have not been in the valley long, but even
Mhm.
you have heard of the perfidious historical nature of Lacrima Keep, the reputation that it holds of a place of ill and dark repute. It's an evil place.
And now it's
assume
got
it's
a
like-
miasma of darkness.
There is a
Its
there is a
spirit
haze.
just super friendly.
There is
Is it?
there is a dark haze upon it.
Perfidious pole.
I'm assuming that we're stopping at like a lot earlier than what we would normally stop.
Yeah, so you're still stopping like an hour before.
Mm.
And if you are going to keep the same watches, let me
Yep.
just check.
Yep.
Cool. That night will also pass without too much to worry about. The dark clouds are still over the whole of the valley. There was no sunlight during the day. It only peeked through every now and then, and seemed to be very grey, very drab. At night time, about halfway through, it will begin to rain. Yes, you do, Jaquan, but it's a light rain. It's a steady, light drizzle. It gets a little bit harder towards the morning, but it's just a constant shower. It doesn't look like it's going to be letting up anytime soon.
We should take shelter in Roleplaying Keep.
Dry,
It's right there.
especially the well.
It's
That
the
would go well for us.
The magic well.
Ah.
One elf enters, two elves leave.
we just continuously gain members of the party. It's great.
Just curious, Varsh, you don't happen to have the blood of elven royalty in your veins by any chance, do you?
I mean, they could.
No, well, I'm actually not sure. I didn't know much about who my parents were.
I mean, so
Well,
there's a
it's-
chance.
There's one way to find out.
Well,
There is not.
I'm lucky
I'd
to be
rather
sure.
stay away from this infamous keep for now. Thank you very much.
Sounds like a plan.
We were there not too long ago, right?
Yeah, let us continue. Quick.
Mhm.
It was not that long ago, no. Okay. Then yes, we'll just do a couple of these. Oops.
Hero is typing.
Mhm.
I'll do another one because I should have done 2, but I didn't.
Yeah, Shira's just like meandering along, playing with the frog taxidermy.
What exactly are you doing with the frog taxidermy?
Oh, just twisting it, pushing on it, fiddling with it.
Isn't he
Exactly what
doing
you
with
do
the
with like a
frog
puzzle box.
taxidermy?
Tapping on it,
He's just
blowing on it, shaking it,
You're polishing it, right?
pushing it near running water, wishing
Or
that he had
character
a
Lancer.
magnet.
Mhm.
Just everything you do with a puzzle box.
Okay.
Your standard sort of stuff.
It seems that there is no hinge, no latch, no way of opening it, no buttons, no depressions.
He's speaking to it in the divine language, asking it to open,
I
release.
don't know what that word means, but I'm starting to think it might be precious.
Maybe a little bit of that's going on. Who knows?
Is that what you were talking about, Taos?
Occasionally, the eyes of the victor of the duel blink, and you believe that occasionally it may look at you, but you're not sure. But otherwise, your words have no effect upon it. And even when you aren't talking to it and you are gazing intently upon it, trying to find some entrance and ingress, the eyes still continue to do the same thing, occasionally blinking and occasionally following you.
Interesting.
Unfortunately for the loser of the duel, its eyes are just dead.
For now.
There is no life within them. For now, yes.
Cool. Oh well.
So, one more, because I'm not clever. And it's taken you 5 days, so 5 days worth of food to get to the ruins of Androshell. You may cross them off.
5 days of delicious porridge from a spoon.
So feel free to cross off 5 days worth of rations.
Yes.
If you didn't buy rations, Vexxi, feel free to just chuck some on your character sheet.
How many should I start with?
So, rations cost 5 silvers a day, I believe.
2 silvers for
Oh,
fresh.
silvers. I
That's
don't know the conversion rate between silver and
It's
gold.
10 to 1.
And
10 to 1.
Oh, okay.
On the upside, as a half orc, you can eat anything.
Anything.
So you can just buy fresh rations, and
And
if
let
they're
them go
not that
moldy.
fresh, you're like, eh.
This is true. You have the ability to eat anything.
how fresh? How long do they stay fresh for?
There's
Well-
no refrigeration, so it
Yeah,
depends.
it's like
Hard food will stay fresh longer than soft food. If you're going to get cheese, make sure it's a really nice hard rind covered one, not a brie.
Oh, yeah.
That brie won't keep.
Would I chuck this under equipment?
Yes.
I guess I'll chuck my money there as well, so I
Yep.
can keep track.
I'll help you tidy up your character sheet later on as well.
I've just been getting fresh rations and then purifying them with purified food and drink every day.
fair enough.
To just buy the few fresh rations.
You
and eat
don't have to do it
first.
every day. You just wait till it starts crawling and then purify it back to quiescence.
Well, it does 12 rations, so
Wow.
You can also
Rations were 5 silver each, right?
that's if you want to get dried
Yeah.
rations, or if you want to get fresh rations, they're cheaper because they haven't had any salt chucked on them.
Yeah, I'll get some fresh rations. I don't care if they spoil.
You can also scavenge for food. It takes you 1 hour to scavenge for
Oh.
food, and you can potentially find food. So you can just spend it when you're on watch if you want. Scavenge around the place, see if you can find some worms, some grubs, other
I
people's
suggest
food.
you scavenge in other people's backpacks.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at all these awesome food.
Look at this! I found an elf.
Just scavenging slow down the party though.
It takes
No.
an hour
Well,
at least. It can be modified by the environment. If you are in a particularly lush environment where food will be easier to come by, it will take less time. If you are in a more arid and sparse environment, it may take longer, but the average will be an hour. You could do it while you're on camp. on watch, but it would probably mean that if anything did happen, the chance of you spotting it would be diminished because you would be concentrating on trying to find some grub, literally.
But you'd still be
In-
awake, so that's
In
something.
saying that, you probably have an hour of time while you're not on watch and not sleeping
Correct.
when we've camped. I would
Correct.
think.
Yeah,
Yep.
when other people are
So-
hunting themselves.
Well,
Yeah.
while we're cooking
Doing
dinner
their
on the cookpot, you
spells.
can go and wander off and dig up some grubs from a tree root or something.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll probably do that when it comes to it.
Question on behalf of my good friend Lenzo. So, Varsh can pretty much eat anything. Does that include bark?
Half-orcs can eat pretty much
Where
anything.
where are you going with this?
Yeah, I
You said
know.
your armor was made out of bark and stuff, so I'm just wondering if Varsh gets super hungry, if she can eat your armor.
Probably not.
Could probably eat leather armor as well.
Yep.
I think I have some
What a
standards,
treat. Yeah, if Lenzo had been wearing something, I wouldn't want to eat it either.
All right. So anyway, we arrive at the ruins.
Yes, the ruins. They are sat upon a hill. They are have mostly fallen into dilapidation over the many years / decades that this place has lay in ruins. There is, however, a small camp just out front of it, and there is what appears to be a hearty and welcoming trail of smoke and the smell of something cooking upon the hearth. It's being blown towards you through the light drizzle. The wind is still blowing it down, and you can see what appears to be maybe 10 or more lightly armored people moving about. They seem to be pretty casual in their approach. The camp may be about 200 yards from the walls of the ruins. Whilst they are fairly casual, you do note that there are still maybe a little bit further on, maybe 50 feet beyond that camp, a line of about half a dozen sentries, and they are more heavily armed and armoured and have bows or crossbows at the ready and are facing the walls of the keep.
Do they have livery?
No. They look to be a motley crew. And I don't mean glam rockers from the 80s.
Oh. How many did you say there were, sorry?
There's about 10
Half
wandering
dozen?
around
Oh,
and another
right.
half dozen on guard. It looks
Okay.
like the camp may support a larger number than that. They are all that seem to be clearly visible at this point in time. There are a number of tents, maybe about 3 or 4 reasonably sized pitch tents, and a small couple of lean-tos against trees, etc.
Well, remember that offer we had from
Yeah.
Quell? I guess maybe someone else took him up on the offer.
Yep. How well armed are these guys?
Lightly, but it looks like that okay, there's 2. The ones on sentry look to be more heavily armed. They are wearing a smattering of armor up to and including medium, and are carrying reasonably decent weapons, bows, heavy crossbows, etc. And they've got sidearms, some shields, but they look to be in missile approach because obviously they're standing guard over the keep. They're facing that direction. The rest of them look to be in a downtime approach. So they are wearing light armor, gambesons, or the like. 1 or 2 of them may have a buckler strapped to their side. They've swashed their buckle, and only be carrying small weapons, etc. But near the fire, near the tents, there are what appear to be shields hanging up and spears, a few pole arms, swords on straps hanging from hooks, etc. So it's obvious that they have more and heavier gear available to them. They are just not needing it at this point in time. They're in a semi-rest period, it seems.
Shall we go talk to these fellows and see what they're doing out here?
Probably.
Guess so.
Oh, I mean, I just want to
Yep.
turn around.
Does anybody want to cover us from a distance, or we'll just all meander up together?
They don't seem to be they don't seem to be worried about people coming
True, but they do outnumber
Two,
us like 4-1.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's mildly annoying.
It seems unlikely they would attack us. Is what
True.
I'm trying to say.
Well, not inside anyway.
Hopefully. Alright, let's roll up on them then.
Yeah.
Certainly
Okay.
Hypatia is like a tank compared to them, so.
As you approach, an arrow will slam into the ground about 5 yards in front of you. Thunk, thunk, and you'll notice that there is sitting in a tree, just off to the side, fairly well camouflaged, and was out of your line of sight at first because it was drawn towards the camp, is a figure, and he will wave his finger at you as in don't approach, and then he will blow on a small horn which will trill slightly, at which point are you doing anything?
I will not have my weapon drawn. I'll just be casually hanging around, looking at trying to look unthreatening as I can in full plate.
I'll just
So
wave
they
to him.
can hear you wheezing then.
Pretty much.
This guy was maybe about 50 yards away. The horn does not blow a very heavy or loud note. It's more of a high-pitched trill, but it's clearly able to get the attention of the people in the camp. They are now aware of your presence. The ones that are on sentry look over their shoulders but maintain a watch upon the ruins of Androshell. The others start to slowly get their bits and pieces together, and one of them will look over, get a couple of the others to with him, and he will approach you. He is wearing a fairly heavy gambeson, and has what appears to be a longsword at his side. Some of you may recognize him.
Oh. Oh, okay. Phew. Thought it was the other one.
Who's
Which
this
other
chap?
one?
The one in red.
Oh yeah.
So this is the one who was good friends with some prince. I don't know. Anything could have happened to that prince.
The
Something
person,
very specific happened to that prince.
so those of you who will recognize him are few in number. Sean will recognize him. He was upon your ill-fated boat trip,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll say that Hypatia, Lenza, and Jaquan, I don't know if because I can't remember, only 2 people met him previously from the
Yeah,
group
it was
originally.
Minerva and Lenza.
Okay, Lenza. Alright, I couldn't remember which one. Alright, and he will approach. He seems to be the one who either is in charge or at least has the most seniority among these guys. He hasn't got his sword drawn, even though the picture does have it. He walks over towards you, stands about 50 feet away, raises his hand.
Raise our hand. Hey.
Greetings.
And to you too. You come to the ruins. Are you here at Quell's behest or someone else's?
Well, it's an interesting question. Well, Silly did offer make an offer for us to clean this place out, but you know,
I don't care
whether
about
we
politics.
clean it out for him or for us,
I don't care
well,
about politics. Are you here to go into the ruins?
That was
Yes.
the plan.
Will that quell your concerns?
Oh, fuck's sake.
See the above Bernie meme.
Jaquan fully shouts that.
If you are
Just
here
for-
under, if you are here under no orders to remove our presence or to cause disruption to what we are doing, and you indeed intend to go into the ruins, feel free to come and join our fire. I am Barris, known as the Grieve among my friends, and I think I recognize some of you.
How you going?
Hey, that has been a while.
Ah, Sean, and the elf. The elf
Oh,
who was interested in the prince. Yes. Now
when
I'm
he
concerned.
mentions that he's Barris the Grieve, I look at his legs and back at him and back down puzzled.
So what are you guys doing here?
We sought to enter the ruins, and a few groups of adventurers and mercenaries turned up roughly around the same time, pooled our resources, and have been pondering our next move. The ruins are held by goblins and others. It is not safe
And
to enter.
Others. Ooh, what are the others?
I'm not sure. There is something upon the ground within that bodes ill. Feel free to come over. This weather is inclement. The fire is warm, the food is hearty, and the beer flows.
Well, let's do it.
Excellent.
Sounds
Sounds
great.
good.
Do you have any
Yeah.
tea?
Tea.
Kruber's already in there and helping himself to beer.
Of course.
Tea. I'm sure we can rustle up something. And you are? You'll ask the group.
I'll tell Shiro that we passed some leaves, so he can probably go and make some tea from that.
Normally makes tea from flowers, but that's fine.
Yeah. Well,
And-
Lenza will introduce herself and say, it's good to see. It's good to see you are still alive.
Yes. Yes. It was touch and go for a few times there. So tell me, Lenza, the rest of your group, have they been with you long? Last I spoke to you, your friends and yourself were searching for an elven prince. How did that pan out for you?
Yes. Well, I'm sure you've heard the news of his murder. Unfortunately, we unfortunately did not manage to meet him before that happened. So it came to a dead end, quite literally. So, but there is much more work for us to be done in here, and we have been quite busy. And as you have commented, picked up a few new companions along the way who have helped us out.
Introduce your friends for me, please.
Yeah, essentially. So I'll motion to Shiro. You know, this is our gnome friend. We picked him up in a dwarven ruin, almost starving to death, but he's quick with his blades and mind, and has been very helpful.
And when we get a garden, he will look great in it.
I'll motion to Sean and say, this is our cleric.
I've met Sean
And-
before. An
Yes.
ill-fated boat trip.
Yes, I'm glad you made it back to shore.
I did. Yes. Many didn't.
Kruber lifts his beer, toasting Barris's health, and says, "And I am Kruber, the no longer grieving." And then he downs the mug.
Kruber. He's there to stand in front of me and get hidden instead. And he does a really good job of it.
Actually, I do a better job of killing things.
Unfortunately,
You can do two things.
Hypatia's the one who gets hit.
unfortunately, whenever he opens his mouth, everyone feels like hitting him. So he has to be good at taking a hit.
He is very good at his job. He just applies it to everybody around him, rather than just the enemies.
Look,
Right.
it's your fault if you're not developing the thicker skin that will help you withstand. It's all part of my tactical brilliance.
Dear.
And if we could, if he was, indeed, he's almost as sharp with his rancer as is with his wits. If he could use the wit against the enemy, we'd all be our loss would all be a lot easier.
Sorry,
This
the
is
rest of the
Hypatia.
party who don't one-shot monsters says what?
Rest my case.
This is Hypatia.
So,
Greetings.
so please feel free, all of you. Come join the camp. You'll find that we've been here for a little bit of time. As I said, the ruins are held, but that is no great surprise. Goblins are numerous. They seem to well out of the ground, almost seep from it. Again, no great surprise. Most of us came here seeking the bounty that was upon them. He looks Varsh up and down. I would be mindful just around here.
Sure.
Hey.
Understandable. But I do
No.
hate goblins too. So
No one picks on the party but me. Do we have that, Varsh?
That is entirely not true. Lenza picks on the party all the time.
Oh,
Lenzer, I consider you my worse half.
I'm merely just warning her that tensions run high. We've been here for a little bit of time, and heritage is what it is. You look and are touched by the degenerate blood. People don't always take kindly to it. The
I'm used to this wariness wherever I go.
for the most part, the people here will probably overlook it. But if too much ale is consumed or something occurs
Damn.
from the ruins, people's tempers can fray. Now, as I mentioned before, there is something within. I'm not sure. Something upon the ground. It appeared maybe a couple days ago. A blue light seems to emanate from within, and our scouts have reported that the goblins are tending it. I don't know what it means. Magic was never my suit. We've been
Or
waiting.
any of ours.
We've been waiting for, to tell you the truth, I don't really know. An opening, a thought, perhaps just bravery.
Well, we
Bravery
have
just arrived.
we I believe that goblins aren't that good in bright light. Maybe it might affect them versely, and our powerful cleric friend Sean has prepared.
What are you looking at me for?
What? I was just signaling towards you. Has prepared these items that emit a powerful light, so maybe that could help in battle against them.
With apologies to Vex, you say that, Shiro, but I have seen even one of the most crippled and broken of goblins
Almost
In a-
defeat. A
almost
master elf
defeat a master elf.
while
Yes.
trapped under rubble. Yeah. I mean,
was she really an elf? Hang on.
Oh, we don't know, do we?
rust beast, rust monster.
Mm.
Look, and the other thing is, we bought a wagon that has quite a lot of oil on it. So maybe we could gather kindling, fire materials, and smoke them out of their holes. And as
Or
they
we could
come to the surface, we can ease a badger, except in this case it'll be goblins.
Or
I don't know where you heard of goblins being annoyed by the light, but I can assure you that these ones operate in the day as well.
Oh.
Bummer.
Out of character, is that a thing?
we
Well,
could just grease
I
up
don't
our
know.
characters
I just think
and worm
really
our way.
bright light suddenly revealed when you were in darkness is bad. It's bad for humans too. I was just like, yeah, maybe that could help. Shine a light in our eyes.
Yes, that could help. I mean, the light spell will blind people. Regardless of what you got, as long as you got eyes, you can be blinded. But yes, I mean, you could try and smoke them out. If you feel free to go in, by all means, we won't stop you. We have had a few sorties against the ruins and have had some success, but the goblins are numerous and they only come back.
Okay.
And since this blue light upon the ground has appeared, we haven't entered, though we have kept scouts and sentinels in place.
Blue light. I have no idea what that is. Excellent.
Do the goblins come out of the ruins, or they just stop us going in?
Occasionally they will come out, though they have not come out perhaps for a week or more. Though you can hear them at night time. and soon you will be able to hear them, I'm sure. They sing
Fair
and
enough.
cavort in mockery of the rest of us.
What time of day is it?
It's probably about an hour before night begins to fall.
Okay, so the blue light's not out yet.
Oh,
Do we want to head in? If
Well,
it's,
I'd love
Well-
to dive straight in.
I mean,
well, let's at least have a reconnoiter.
I think we need to make sure that this beer is okay before we go.
great.
Well, just want to point out that I don't really have any spells prepared for combat situation.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we can go in tomorrow then if you're not prepared.
I'm in travel spell mode.
Ah, okay.
Mm,
Well, I guess
very
that means
well.
you can cast 2 continual lights at least,
I can cast 2 continual lights.
which will finish me for sling bullets.
I mean, you could also send in, the thief to do thiefy things.
Well, that's true.
I mean, I'm not trying
Good.
to pressure the
Yeah.
group, but
Not trying to get the thief killed or anything,
I
but
can
hey,
silence you, Lenza, and then you'll be very stealthy. You'll just need to keep yourself hidden.
Mm.
Well, I can do
We
that.
don't have a thief anymore.
on the
Minerva
plus
left.
side, if you cast silence on them, no one can hear you scream.
It's true. But I can cast silence on an object, and if you want to scream, you can throw the object away from yourself.
Just
So,
out of interest, is there a reason we want to go in?
Only for a recon.
yeah, only so that
Yeah.
you could see, like, what is that blue light?
Mhm.
You know, what are they doing? But
We can
yeah.
probably find out tomorrow.
Yes, we can also just walk in there. Like, it's up to, it's up to you if you would like to scout it out.
I mean, I just don't see what it would achieve for us. Like, I'll probably find there's goblins in there,
Yeah, probably.
and then
But you could also find out that there's like 3 shamans holding a ceremony.
Yeah. Because they've noticed that, Varsh did notice that the goblins haven't come out for a week, so maybe
And
they
they're
are
all
doing
dead,
something.
and now they're undead now.
Raris.
Hey, if they're undead,
Yes.
that's a good thing.
Is it really? Because the valley having more undead in it, that's a good. Nevin is sad.
Well,
Yeah.
it's easier for me to deal with. I don't need to worry about spells.
Don't you think that Resan would be happy with even more people to let him know if people were coming indoors?
Yeah, maybe.
Exactly.
Anyway, fine, whatever. We don't have to scout it out. Are we going to bed?
But what if whatever they're doing is coming to fruition right
Indeed.
now?
oh,
I
that's,
mean, today.
that's a shame. They'll just have to wait until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well-
we could get swarmed in the night. That would suck. But hey, what else are we gonna do?
It's really funny. In BT, Oz chases the circles in role-playing. He's quite happy to let other people get them.
Yeah.
Yep. And just look at all that sweet beam XP that someone's getting from tonight. That's how that works, right?
I should go check how many of you have been posting.
Oh,
Many.
I don't want to know.
Well, I'm happy to back Lenza up in terms of I can create distraction if she needs it. Very violent
No.
distraction, but that seems
If we're going in, we're going in. Like you can't sneak, dude. Like you can't
Yeah,
back up.
that's what I'm saying. By backup, I mean diversion.
Yeah.
And in case you hadn't realised, the wagon wheels was because Aaron had said that Shiro had a wagon wheel as his emblem,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm picturing.
When he said that, I was thinking of the old ad. The wagon
Yeah.
wheel. Eat the wagon wheel.
It's the sign of his house.
That's what he says.
Marshmallow
Sure.
and jam between 2 biscuits coated in chocolate. Delicious.
Yeah,
Mm.
they're freaking awesome.
There's a bakery not too far from here. Well, when I say not too far, about an hour north. But sometimes we go there for work. They make house-made wagon wheels, big, thick, rich, decadent,
Where's that?
delicious
Oh,
saltash.
Sold
Side
that.
note,
Okay.
that is also how the party
That's-
likes their patrons.
That's a
Big,
Paul's corner there.
thick, rich.
So an hour's wrong. It's more like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kingsley.
No, I just got to find out where it is because that's even closer for me.
There you go. Yep, they make their own wagon wheels. Delicious. When I used to do the team leader job for the team that supported up there, every time we got a new staff member, I bought them a wagon wheel, and they had to do the wagon wheel challenge. I said, "Eat the wagon wheel, or you're fired."
Oh wow!
In one sitting.
But I'm allergic to sucrose.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Oh,
It was
how,
a
how
it was
was that
it was a
poor diabetic who joined?
it was a joke, and no one ever had to worry about it. It was just basically an excuse for me to, buy them a wagon wheel and say, "Hey, try this." One guy ate it in. One guy knew that it was coming, and he ate the whole thing in about a minute. He just devoured it, and virtually nobody else could finish it.
Dang.
It's anyway.
That's the way to do it.
He's like, "It's delicious." Do I get a promotion?
If only.
So standard watches? Is that what we're thinking?
oh, I mean, I guess it's less important.
I prefer Rolexes.
As you are in this camp, you notice that occasionally more
My
people.
approval fills you with shame.
You notice that more people will filter back in. And it's obvious that this is not the only place that is watching. They have more people out and about. All in all, it looks like there's probably about 20 to 25 people that are in this little camp. A mixture of adventurers and mercenaries and vagabonds. Two people in particular strike your interest when they start wandering back. Where are they? I had them for a second there. These guys.
Ah,
Mhm.
excellent.
We'd been wondering where they. Sorry, I had been wondering where they were.
Who are these? Humans all look the same.
Oh no!
You're not wrong.
More middle-aged white guys.
No, these aren't middle-aged. These are young guys. They're about 19, 20 years old.
If they go to La Crema Keep, they'll be middle-aged.
They don't seem to notice you or recognize you at first. Most of the people that they did know in your group have departed in one way or another.
Yeah.
And they just
Bradian, Bastian. That was your name, right?
Braden and Sebastian.
Ah, doesn't matter. Why don't you get me some more beer? How are you?
Look at you. Shaquan, how are you? Where were the rest of you?
Better since I got full plate. I can tell you that. I haven't been in combat once. It's great.
Ah. So, how have you been? We haven't seen you since the Grove of Icicles.
That was a fun time, wasn't it?
It was
The,
pretty good, actually.
The Sybil has been sending us on more and farther-reaching quests. To tell you the truth, I'm a little bit concerned about some of the stuff that's been happening. This is Braden talking. Some of the stuff that she's been getting us to do.
Like what?
Some of the things that, I don't know. It just seems there's a wrongness about it. Some of the places we've gone. I mean, that first place that we all went to down in Kirkle Ridge, when there were those shadow creatures, that seems to have been, or is, par for the course. There's just an unusual darkness surrounding a lot of the things that we are doing. And if it wasn't for the fact that she rewards us greatly, I don't know if we would continue. Have you sought out that tower that she asked you about?
No, we have not.
Not as yet.
We have been gathering information.
But boys, let
We
me
need to
show
be ready.
you. This is our taxidermied frog thing, and it is amazing.
Wait. So she sent you here? What are you doing here for her?
Oh, we're not actually doing anything for her at the moment.
Oh, okay.
The last thing we sought out for her was there was something over in Castle Grief. Some dwarf artifact or something was long supposed to be rumored to exist within the bowels of that castle, kept by the necromancer or whoever it was that occupied that castle long ago. The artifact long since gone, but it had left a stain upon the ground, and we were to go there and take samples. But when we were there, it's an unnerving place, very unnerving, and there were spirits, but they didn't attack us. They sought only to warn us.
Warn you about what?
About that, what we were doing, that no good could come from it, that we should break our bond.
And did you?
No, but it got us to thinking. And there have been many things like this since. I'm sorry, and you are? I haven't met you before. You weren't with the group previously. I'm Braden, this is my brother Sebastian. We've known some of your friends for a while now. Well, met them before we started our adventuring career. Almost went to our death, and I think they helped us not die.
The name's Shiro Jiruka. Well met.
Yeah, Shiro, we rescued Shiro too. Not too long ago, and he has been helping us in our adventures so far.
He can cast heal.
Not like Sean.
They know you can cast
I
heal.
love
don't
this.
They?
He's got an attribute that matters. He can cast heal.
Yep. 100%.
The great,
Uh,
the civil or the broken. I don't really know what to refer to her anymore. I don't think she has anyone's best thoughts at hand, best interests at hand. She is doing something for herself, clearly, but whether it will cause ruination upon those around here, I'm not sure. She keeps, when we do see her, she keeps talking about or babbling to herself about restoring herself and that there will be a reckoning. I don't know if she thinks that we don't hear her or we don't pay attention. When we first were going there, it was like there was a cloud that had settled upon our senses and dulled us. We were gifted with great things. We were given wealth, we were given knowledge, experience, understanding, a place to rest and recuperate, as you experienced it yourself. But slowly, almost as though we are building some form of immunity to it, that pall seems to be lifting, and we see her more now for what she truly is. She is cursed, but cursed to what end? Is she the curse herself? I don't know, and I don't know if we've been drawn too far into it. We're here because we're taking a break. She hasn't got anything for us, but soon she will call and we probably will have to answer. And if we don't, then I fear that Fariz may come looking for us.
Does she seem to be collecting herself, coming back together? Do you think she's regathered some of her aspects? Would you say she's returning?
It's possible. I do not know magic, but what you speak of does possibly have some kind of truth to it. I don't know. She seems to be getting, I guess, more powerful and yet more unhinged. Her body that was once broken, as you saw it, is not as broken as it once was, I guess. Her cursed wounds have healed. The pall has gone from her skin, at least to some extent. She seems more whole and hearty, more alive than dead. I don't know. I fear that we have been drawn inexorably into her fate, and it may cost us our lives if we can't escape it. But I don't think we can, not yet. So, I give you words of warning. If you haven't yet gone to the tower, do so with trepidation. Whatever is there, it may be your undoing.
Mm.
Those
Seems
are
great many
pretty
people
high.
after this tower. What's in this tower?
I haven't been down that way to myself, or neither has my brother. We haven't been to the Slaughter Scar yet. We've heard many things because we've been across much of the valley. We've gone down to Vermilion Ridge, Secletier, and we've even visited Shilshanek once. But the Slaughter Scar, we haven't gone there, though I believe that the mercenaries who had besieged, well, to a point, Sumberton, are now there and are waging war, or at least attempting to wage war upon the denizens therein. I don't know what they hope to find there, but from what I gathered, they were being directed by others, possibly also to find the tower. What is in
But
there? What is in there? I don't know. From what I gathered when the Sybil was talking to you, it is something of great power, something of ominous power that many of the powers, or many of the political powers within the valley, would definitely want to have.
Yeah. We're not going to go there anytime soon, but I would warn you that if she tries to send you there, seek us out first.
Yep.
For we are, I believe, the only people with a key.
You have a key?
Well,
No.
Sebastian,
not exactly.
Sebastian will lean over and whisper something to Brayden, and Brayden will nod. Yes, the Sybil mentioned something about a key. I remember hearing her talk to you about it. The heart of a tree or something like that.
Indeed.
Something
There
like that.
you go, Grail. That one's for you.
Yeah. Yes. Anyway, do not go there alone. Seek us out,
Yes.
if you must.
You could always slip us her mark to let us know that it's you in advance. If you send us with the sigil of the Sybil, we will know it is truly you.
One of the best skits ever.
Yep.
Anyway, shall we travel into the ruins together tomorrow, lads?
Perhaps.
Maybe some goblin slaying can get your minds into a better place.
Indeed.
Exciting.
But for now, we've been around the outskirts of the
outskirts.
ruins. Yep, around the outskirts.
Around the outside.
Yep.
And
And there were two
and what is
trailer
that?
park goblins.
and what has that taught you, apart from that there's an entrance to the side?
The goblins are fewer in numbers now within the ruins than what they were previously, we believe. At least fewer on the surface. They have,
Previously, when? We've been here before.
when we
We
first
accounted
when
for
we
some.
first appeared, when the group assembled here, the few adventurers and mercenaries, etc., all seemed to converge here almost at a similar time, almost as though they were coerced. I guess you could say. Rumor has it that there is another political power within the valley somewhere that wants to clear out the ruins. And Sebastian will look over. We all know it's Quell. Just say it's Quell.
Yeah, we know. He made it. He made the offer to us himself.
He's been making it to many people, says Sebastian.
Well, he figures that I'm sure he figures that most of them will die in the attempt, and he doesn't have to pay all of them. No skin off his back.
I don't think he would care if he did have to pay all of them. says Sebastian. The man has a wealth beyond probably all of the rest of the valley combined. But I don't know what's in it here. This ruin is just ruin. It's on the outskirts of the valley. It provides nothing. It's not strategic. I mean, it is a gateway to, I guess, some of the mountains and the hills to the east, but nothing else of note. There's no land here. There's no settlement. Why? Why does he want it? It beggars belief. It's crazy.
It is possible he knows more than we do.
True.
Unless there's a rich mineral deposit up here somewhere.
I think it's more for his ego.
Or something else.
Honestly,
You know what?
I think this place has been a blight upon the valley for so long. He just wants to say, I did this. And to what? Send good men to their death. And good women. But it's pointless. This place
Seen
should
what?
be razed.
Yeah, I've seen nobles do worse things for less. So there's no surprises to me at all.
Have you worked out what tribe of goblins infest the ruins?
No, I don't know too much about them. So they're goblins. They do goblin things.
Do they have flame bombs? They use heavy crossbows.
Banners.
I think for the most part, the goblins that we tend to see, they tend to carry spears.
Okay.
I think.
And none
Spears.
of them
Some of them have got
thrown flame bombs.
No, I haven't seen them. They carry curved blades, scimitars, throw small javelins. There are a few within that seem to be warriors. They are fewer and further between than the common goblins, who are more like fodder. They aren't militaristic. If that gives you any indication, they aren't a coordinated force, though the elites tend to be pretty skilled, and there are some sneaky ones. They have been occasionally moving about, trying to snipe our spies and sentinels. A few have died, and there is one or two very large ones within, warped and twisted. They stand taller than a man, perhaps. Kind of not all goblin, or maybe they are all goblin, who knows. But they don't look to be the common goblin. There's something more brutish about them.
Imagine what would happen if they were crushed beneath a rock, how powerful they would become. What? I need some more beer.
Well, maybe we should try killing them and see how it holds up.
Of course.
Have you seen any ones which look like, I don't know, practitioners of magics of any kind?
Oh, they have a few, occasionally. But they are rare. They don't seem to come out very often. We haven't really been in that much, though occasionally when we do see these spellcasters or practitioners, witches, warlocks, whatever they are, shamans, they tend to be they seem to be tending this blue light. It seems to be a ring of fire that is growing ever larger.
So there's a ring of blue fire emanating from somewhere within the keep, which is slowly expanding.
Yes.
That can't be good.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a summoning circle or I don't know, any type of cleric ritual that we would know of?
Cast
Divine
detect
ritual?
evil on it.
No, it doesn't seem to be obvious in any way, shape, or form from the description that they have given. They haven't particularly given you anything.
Has anyone tried stepping into into
They
the
said they
fire?
haven't gone back into the thing since
Okay.
the blue light's been up.
No.
Yeah.
No, a few
Okay.
of us have snuck close to it or climbed upon the ramparts or through some of the gaps in the walls to have a look, but that's about it. Since the blue light appeared, since this flame appeared, most people have been too afraid to enter. There were a few injuries, and in the set twos we had with them. And as I said, there are sneaky ones around, and they have been taking the fight back to us, occasionally trying to assassinate or snipe, even just to cause concern and fear among the ranks of those assembled here. This isn't a military force. No one here has any loyalty to anyone else.
Except you and your brother, of course.
Of course.
Um,
But and when I say that, some of the people here do have loyalty to their own kind or to others that are friends, but for the most part, the loyalty exists within a very small group among them.
And
Because-
how many of you lost since you came?
I believe that 3 have been buried, but many have been injured.
Were any of them buried with helmets? No, forget I asked.
Have you encountered any traps set by the goblins?
Surprisingly, no. I don't believe they are interested in setting the traps. Whether it's because they want us to enter the keep or the ruins, I'm not sure. They haven't really ever tried to attack us in force, though their numbers could probably cause us serious concern. But yes, it's mostly been just a sortie here or there, or a stray arrow in the night since we've set up the camp. They've fought us once we've entered, and pushed us back occasionally, but never too strenuous. We've retreated the group has retreated when pressed or outnumbered significantly.
Okay, so we have to really. I guess we have to find out exactly what this blue ring of fire does. I mean, perhaps it's an. Yeah, who knows? We can't really find out until we try and enter, I guess.
Varsh has been
I'd love to take a peek.
Varsh has been not so surreptitiously eavesdropping. He's in his camp effectively, and he'll say, "The brothers speak true. The goblins have not really pressed their advantage, though I consider that if it were to come to an all-out fight, we would probably be the victors. They have numerical supremacy, but I believe that's about it. I don't know if their inability or desire not to push the advantage is more along the lines of they are comfortable within and hope that we will go away, or if there is some other ulterior motive to it. I don't think they're setting a trap for us. I just don't think they care."
Well, after we kick the hornet's nest tomorrow, maybe
Yep.
we'll see.
Absolutely.
Very
All
good.
right, I have chosen my spells for tomorrow. Are you good, Sean?
Henry,
Mm,
are you falling asleep?
He's fallen asleep.
yeah,
Have you
pretty
s-
much.
Have you set your spells for tomorrow? That's all I'm asking because we're about to, rest.
Oh yeah. Well, I've rested.
Wait, do you need me to come up with some puns to help you, Henry?
Nah,
He'll
What-
do it anyway.
probably.
No, they just won't be for Henry.
So you want me to learn speak with dead, so I can talk to you all
Nah.
after we've gone in there?
Nah.
Harsh.
Yeah.
Have you got raised dead?
I do.
Oh wow.
No, not raised dead. Animate dead. My bad.
Dead. Sorry.
Okay. Big difference.
Yeah.
Only a slight difference.
As opposed to, hey, I'm alive. As opposed to, oh, it's Wicked at Bernie's D&D style.
Yep.
I mean, it's Mark again.
It's Mark again.
Ah, cool. Excellent. Could have some undead goblins helping us out.
Oh, nice. Well, if there's no action tonight, I'm just gonna clean my Badishan, kiss it goodnight.
I like her.
Yep. All right. Cool.
Okay. Braden and Sebastian will come in with you tomorrow. A lot of the other mercenaries and adventurers seem to be talking a big game, but you've been around this kind long enough to know that a lot of it seems to be empty promises. Whether or not they are being more cautious or cowardly, or they're hoping to come in after you, hard to tell. But it seems like their bravado is probably empty. The night, if you guys are going to set watch, are you going to set watch, or are you going to trust these mercenaries to do so?
I think we should set watch.
Yeah, we'll
I think,
still watch.
I think we should.
Yeah.
We'll probably only need one person watching rather than two, so we can let our casters get a full night's rest rather than.
The perks of being a caster.
Sure. That sounds good. That sounds good. You know,
Uh,
no chance something happens during the night.
We prefer the
Yeah.
term healing battery.
Does anyone have any special requests for spells I should learn?
Create beer.
No,
Protection from evil.
I am Kruber now.
you want to use one of his first level spell slots on protection for evil on you. All right. That's one less heal spell though.
I don't bother with healing spells. They're a waste of time.
All right. That is fine then. I guess Hypatia is requesting a protection from evil from you then.
From me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fine.
That is the request.
Yep.
Okay. The night will pass without event. No assassins creep out to try and kill you.
Mhm.
The
Kill.
the rain that was slowly drizzling and has been steadily but gingerly letting up has dissipated sometime during the night. It's still a bit cold. You are chilled pretty much to the bone because you are still wet. It's not easy to stay out of it. The sky remains overcast and the cool breeze continues to blow, but morning does dawn. A large bunch of firewood has been stacked upon the fire and it is roaring. There is more wood laid out nearby, trying to dry out in the heat, and there is someone cooking something in a large, heavy cast iron pot just to the side of the fire, keeping it off direct heat. The smell is fairly acrid. It smells kind of partially burnt, whatever is in the pot, but he seems to think it looks great, and he's slowly chopping up some stuff and throwing it in. Looks like some form of grass that's going in at the moment. And he looks at you, nods his head. It'll be delicious. Feel free. And he motions to a pile of wooden bowls that some are clean, most are dirty.
I will take a dirty bowl.
I'm going to maintain eye contact with him, reach into my pack, reach out some jerky, and start chewing on it while looking at him.
I'm not sure that protection from evil spell is good enough. I should probably have gone purify food and drink.
No.
Okay.
Or
So if you wish to take a dirty bowl, he will scoop out a big ladle of this kind of thick, syrupy, porridge-like gunk that's got some big chunks of black in it, probably because it's cooked pretty thick and hard on the bottom and he's had to scrape it out. There's all chunks of burnt, whatever the hell it is, and he'll just splodge it into your bowl. Spoons over there. And he'll point to another pile and there's some spoons just on the ground, half of them covered in mud and stuff like that. And there's a dirty bucket of water next to it that some of the other mercenaries and adventurers are now picking up their spoons and rinsing them in.
Did
Yeah,
you
cool.
get that water out of the river?
Food.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just use my hands.
Might as well. I mean,
yes. Just pour it into your throat. Oh.
Yeah.
It's hot. It is, actually reasonably not offensive, even for the people that aren't half orcs. But it is not pleasant.
yeah, Lenza will stick with her rations.
Yeah, Sean just chalked one off his rations.
Oh. Shiro's eating some of that because Shiro ran out of rations. So.
Of course.
And
Hero,
yes,
the
it
pub
is.
lord.
It
I
is
didn't think we'd be gone for more than 5 days.
Hero,
Yeah, you
like,
have
you only eat half rations anyway. You're tiny.
I don't eat half rations. I ate full rations.
He has
Second
a high
breakfast.
he has a high metabolism. It is,
Sure does.
as I said, not truly
Then-
offensive, but it's not pleasant.
Then how come he's so fat?
It has
He's not.
indeed been scalded to the bottom of the pan because he probably put it over direct fire for a while. He clearly doesn't know how to cook, and he has burnt the buggery out of it, and he's just scraped the burnt bits off into the rest of it. And is that
To be fair, Grail, I'm not sure the raw buggery is necessarily better than the burnt buggery when it
Possibly.
comes to food.
possibly? And is
And I'll be back in a minute. Sorry.
is that a wriggling worm burning away in it? Possibly. Who knows? But it's
The
extra
rest of it's
protein.
still wriggling.
Yeah, he's just
Uh.
he's constantly throwing things into it. It's almost like it's his version of perpetual stew.
Oh.
I just,
good.
say a prayer for my trial and
Wait,
start.
hold up. If you want, I can give you one of my rations.
No, it's okay. I got this.
Suit
And
yourself.
chug it down.
Yep, you chug it down, as do
Yeah,
many of the
see
other
the-
mercenaries and
If the half
adventurers.
orc can do it, I can do it.
Sure, you don't
There's a
need
lad.
you don't need to make a saving throw, but you do feel slightly ashamed that you consumed this. The mercenaries and adventurers seem to chug it down with warm, flat beer.
No, I needed some tea. All right, let's head into the ruins.
Okay, let me just make sure I have your tokens upon said map of battle. Oops.
Hero's going to draw a stiletto and long knife.
I need to. That's not good. Why is that happening? I've given my bad guys tokens vision that I can see, and I know why, because I put them in I put them so they can be controlled by me. I don't want them to be controlled by me because I already have it implicitly. So the player doesn't need it because the GM automatically has it. So I just got to remove that so that you don't see the full shebang on the battle map on the video. Just bear with me.
I'll
So,
be right back.
Okay,
Bathroom break.
cool.
shall I cast protection from evil on who wanted protection from evil?
Hypatia.
Hypatia, you can have protection from evil before we
Sweet.
go into the thing because
I was going to cast it when we got to like the gate.
well, yeah, before we enter the.
Oh, are we past the
Uh,
gate? Is that where this is taking place, or
No, not yet.
we're still outside the keep? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
You're just going to be on the outside.
Yep.
So I'll be casting it just before we go into the place.
Yeah. So you can cast it in a round or so when you're walking up or something. I don't know. Or you can cast it now. I guess we're pretty close.
We're pretty close. We're on the map, so I'm assuming we're pretty close.
Is this the map that the gate is on?
I don't know. There's a giant blue thing in the middle of it. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be able to see that, but
Yeah, you should be able to. Oh, you can see some of the stuff. Yeah, you should be able
I
to
can
see some
see.
of it.
I can see goblins.
You should be able to see some of it.
Oh. Okay.
Try zooming right out.
Interesting. There's like an aura of darkness in between us.
Back. Ready for action.
Awesome.
Oh,
Still
I've
pretty dark.
disappeared.
What's that?
Oh no, I've come back. I don't know what's going on.
It's this new dynamic lighting. So there's something weird with it.
Mm.
That's alright.
All right.
I see inky blackness.
If you zoom out, you might be able to see more.
I mean, if we can see
Oh, there
that
we go.
far, I'm happy to
Yeah,
cast
yeah.
some spells.
I can't see where everyone else in the group is.
You can't? We're all
No.
together in the
Oh
corner.
yeah, I can't see the party.
Hang
I
on.
see.
I
think
see
areas of the
nothing.
map I shouldn't see.
Hang on. You guys are going in the morning, so I've got to put daylight on it.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Please.
was going to say, because I see nothing here, but I see
Oh, really?
heaps over in the middle of the map. I can see.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. That's fine, because what you're seeing is from light sources. So you see
Yeah.
light source, but you don't see stuff between.
Oh, okay.
Up
Daylight
there
mode, save
to
settings.
there.
Okay,
Keeping
Ah,
that.
nice.
Oh,
but
That's
There
like
you
it.
go.
that's no, these dynamic lighting settings. Fucking new dynamic lighting sucks balls.
To swap to something else.
No, this costs money, and I've paid. And you know how
Yep, same.
and do you know how awkward it would be? Like that, there's a whole chunk there of dynamic lighting that's just missing. That's ridiculous.
It's simple, Grail. You just got to double down even more money on World Anvil.
No, do you know how awkward it would be for me to convert everything I've got in here, all the resources I've got in this,
Yeah.
across?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it is. Let me just
I'm
check
just
something.
saying, if you put it all in on World Anvil,
You can do it
you
for
were
me, and then
considering that.
you
Back.
can do it for me, and then you can shut the fuck up.
I mean, neither of those seems likely.
Okay, so yeah, so that's really weird. I
Nice
put
one.
so let's have a look what you guys can see after I've done that.
We can see the outside,
Oh.
outside of the ruin, and then a big black.
Yeah, it's like a
Lodge
big black
inside.
block starting here.
Okay, good. But the problem is that I can see it as a DM when I'm recording it, which is really fucked because I'm in the game as a player, but yet I'm seeing straight through this, which is really fucking everything up. So yes, you can't see past it. I can see past it, which means that the whole point with recording it on the second screen is kind of pointless. You'll be able to see everything. Fucking shit. You just see straight through it with my
I
vision.
mean,
Just don't
It's-
upload for a week, 2 weeks. You got it. You got this.
I'll have to do
Close your
something like
eyes.
that. Yeah.
it's not as though Aaron's gonna, use and abuse that.
I would never.
Or Henry. Anyway,
I think the only time I've watched the
There
watched
you go, Grail.
session is when I've missed a session. I generally don't go back and watch ones I was in.
no, the very first when you guys went into the Salt Spring mine, you were going through. You had mentioned it. You went through and saw where all the monsters were located. Because yeah,
That's why we can't have nice.
that's why I started running it on my laptop but recording from my PC, so that I could have the PC and as a player, so that you could only see what players could see.
I think that was one of the sessions I missed, and I just made the comment that yes, we can see it just for your benefit, so that you knew that we could see it.
You even said, "Oh, there's a monster around this corner" or something like that. Anyway, that's fine. I'll have to work something else out at a later date. Stupid new dynamic lighting, piece of shit.
All right.
Anyway,
Shall we?
I mean,
approach this
to be
keep?
to be fair, it is almost like we are about to start a big fight, and it is almost midnight.
What's your point?
yeah,
We're gonna
Yeah.
roll a die.
yeah.
Like if
Come on,
you're that
old
keen,
man.
we could just.
There are now 2 for you in Discord Grail.
Okay, let's have a look.
The second one's fucking amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, the second one definitely.
Oh, that's fucking great.
That is genius.
Look, as many as I've posted, statistically, sooner or later.
Anyway,
wonderful. Alrighty.
anyway, you know what I need to do? I reckon I need to create another account. That's what I'll do. I'll create another account, and I'll make it a
Feel
log over
like
that
you're
other account.
trapped in an abusive relationship with Roll20.
Shh. Enough.
Why does it have to be just
let's get on
Roll20? Okay, what are you guys doing?
Approaching.
What can you guys see?
Fancy.
We can see this
adventuring up and
rubble.
getting ready for
Mhm.
combat.
And we can see past the rubble, there's like part of a flame circle. And we can see this guy and this guy.
Oh,
we
I
can see
can't-
the
I can't
temple that
see
we've
that.
been to before.
I
Oh,
can't
you
see
can't
what
see that?
you're just pointing at, but I guess it's because I'm standing in a slightly different spot than
Oh,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I can see some other dudes that I won't click on, and some other dudes that are past that I won't click on.
There's a whole bunch
so,
of golems. Some kind of, are they tents? Those.
Yeah.
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 What is
Yeah.
this thing?
Yeah, I was looking at that. That must be the like big
Mm.
twisted.
None
Yeah,
of us
that's
have
what
got
I'm
enough eyes.
We can see some character goblins.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, why don't you go in and kill them
Yeah.
That's
So-
the
Sounds good.
plan.
so that I can fuck up this fucking stupid fucking dynamic fucking lightning?
Discord Grail, remember, was it down here or somewhere up there that the epic battle happened?
It was up here.
Anyway, so-
north.
Sher's gonna walk forward. Eh.
So what they're
Yeah, are
talking
we
about,
in?
what they're talking about, Vexxi, is back in when they first came to here, they were only first and second level. One of the players that was playing back then, Craig, his character came over and found a goblin who was trapped under some fallen masonry, and the goblin
On
was
low hit points.
the goblin had 1 hit point left, but the goblin was unable to move, but had a knife and started trying to slash at Craig's character.
Oh wow.
So Craig started trying to fight it back, and Craig almost lost.
Oh come on.
It's true.
He-
It's
It's
true.
like losing to a
Course.
slave rat on
Mm-hmm.
recruit difficulty.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Good times.
So how far can I move in terms of spaces?
So you can move 30 feet, which is 6 squares.
Does that include diagonals?
Every second diagonal costs 2.
There's also the little rulery thing.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you,
It's really helpful for measuring.
Oh, okay.
I moved there and cast a spell.
All right, hang on a second. I just had to sharpen my pencil, but I didn't have a sharpener, so I had to use my Leatherman. And now I've got bits of pencil everywhere.
Wow, I can move
Ow.
so far.
dynamic, dynamic lighting. You have to
You can
color it in with
also
a
generally
pencil.
attack if you use your full movement, and if you're encumbered, you also don't have your full movement.
Yeah.
Like Lenza can only move 20 because Lenza is almost always encumbered.
You are? Oh, jeez.
But
Lenza is always encumbered. Just carrying weapons and shit. She's encumbered. Like she's learned to live with being encumbered. It's just how she rolls.
Why does everyone run away from the cleric in the first sign of battle?
because the cleric said I don't have healing, they go, fuck you. So
What do you mean? They're all next to me.
So Shira was first, then Lenza, then Jaquan, then Hypatia, then Shiru, then Varsh. So yes, as Lenza was saying, as Oz was saying, you can move 30 feet normally, so it's 6 squares. If you wish to attack, you can move 4 squares, 20 feet.
Okay.
Because your strength is so high, it's not going to be easy for you to get encumbered with what you're carrying.
Mm. Straight in. I'm not waiting for you guys. Actually, maybe I should.
Which one is Hypatia? There?
Opatia's a green circle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You also generally want to stand behind Hypatia.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Actually, does she have reach on her Vardich? I would assume.
It's a large weapon, so yes. So she has
Excellent.
reach and you have reach.
Yeah.
So
We
So, yeah.
we stand either side of Al and
Yep.
kill
Yep.
stuff.
That is totally legit.
yeah, your
Diamond,
bardish,
diamond
VT.
formation.
your bardish has reach, so it can attack someone who is further away. So, for example, if you were to attack Jaquan, you can hit Jaquan from where you are. You don't
But
need to
the
be
that
yellow
would be a
person.
bad idea because Jaquan can attack back.
Mhm.
Now,
Also true.
little boy there.
couldn't attack back.
Yeah.
Okay,
I believe you meant short
and
king.
me and Sean have arrows.
So we can attack from even further back.
okay.
Mhm.
So I'll give you guys. So you cast a spell, did you? What was the spell?
Protection from evil.
Okay, upon yourself.
Yep, I am a selfish cleric. Thank you. Yoink.
Cool. Okay, I'll give you guys another round. So Lenza first, then Jaquan, then Hypatia, Sean, Varsh, and then Shiru. If anyone is making attacks or doing anything untowardly aggressive, let me know. Otherwise, if you just wish to move, feel free to
Yeah,
do so.
Andrew is currently just dashing to try and get to the wall, essentially. So
Yeah.
she can pop in out of cover, and we can figure out once we actually get here, when we're about to go into it, we need to be in some kind of, preferably in some kind of formation. But we'll worry about that.
Well, let me show you in Discord.
Or I can, if I don't do anything, I can just use my movement twice, can't I?
This is what I see. Yeah, that's what I see is from the bottom wall with the dynamic lighting as a player.
Okay, but that's not what most of us see, I assume, or
No.
at least.
Actually, I think
Yeah,
I know
black.
why I'm seeing it like that. There's something in here which I'm seeing out of its eyes, and I shouldn't be seeing out of anything's eyes because I've removed my control of all the tokens. Really annoying. Right. Anyway, by the by. Edit. Not in control. I have to remove it. Not in control. Yeah, it's just crazy. I'm not in control of any of these tokens. Just making sure. Nothing. Right. There was something there. Was there? Oh, I don't know. Okay, you guys have all moved. No one's done anything.
I'm just gonna move a little bit further, just so that I get to. I'm just gonna run up next to Al then.
Okay. At this point, you will hear a horn sound. It's kind of low, thunderous.
Took long enough.
The pipes.
The pipes are calling.
Mhm.
It's a
Shout
bad
them
time for an
pipes.
evolution.
Before we get back fully into it, Grail, just enjoy.
What? Okay, so let me go there.
Man, Moth would love dynamic lamping.
Mhm.
This is at Hypatia, unfortunately, because Hypatia is the target, so it's probably a pointless shot.
Is the goblin evil?
Who knows?
It was on Hypatia. How does that affect Hypatia?
Oh, Sean didn't manage to pull off protection from evil on Hypatia yet. Never mind.
Okay.
Didn't I cast it before we started the running around?
Yeah.
This
I
one
mean,
is against
did you?
I
Shuru.
cast it when we got on the map, so
Okay.
Okay, good.
This one's against Shuru.
Yep.
The protection from evil, it's a minus something to hit, isn't it?
-1.
Yep.
Or I get
Yo.
effectively a negative to my AC.
Yep.
Ooh, that's taken some time to appear.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I I
I
cancelled
haven't
it.
rolled yet.
I cancelled it and redid it
Oh,
because
okay.
I
well,
put a wrong effect on it.
Are you
ah,
AC 12?
I'm not.
A couple tinks as something lands over here and something lands over here. Actually, that one probably, if you have a class 12, probably hit this tree here. Dunk. It's like in Vermintide. That little branch stops the arrow.
Yeah.
As long as none of them have troll hammers, we're fine.
Yep.
That's what I was asking about earlier.
Okay,
Who has got the fire lance?
didn't
It's
Tuco
on the
have it?
wagon. It's
Dang it!
on the wagon.
Damn it!
Okay, so we'll go into combat order now. So, Jaquan, you are up. You have heard the
20.
the horns. You know, so this is now double movement once you get into
Yep.
here.
Oh, well, I'm there then.
Yep.
Oh, it's so slow.
It's obviously difficult underfoot. It is loose. It is uneven. It is Hypatia's turn.
Alright. Okay. 5, 10, 15. Since it's a difficult terrain.
It's at this point as well you realise that Braden and Sebastian haven't come with you, and you did not see them at morning. They were not in the camp.
Roll.
Ooh,
Sean,
That's not good.
my boys.
Yes.
Your turn, I think.
yes.
Oh, okay, you've gone, have you? Can I double move to about there, or is that stuff going to be in my way?
Anyway,
Oh, can I move? I double move straight up through that. Can I double move through someone? Not really.
yes, through someone you can, but over obstacles.
Over
no.
terrain. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna just double move to there, wasn't it? And that's my
Varsh,
move.
Varsh, you are up.
So
Once you
Oh,
hit this stuff here, your movement is going to be halved because the ground is so uneven and loose.
so I can usually move 6, so that means I can move once.
hmm
You can, yeah.
Using those
Then
math, big
and then
brain math.
Yep. And then Shuru.
Yeah, all right, Shiro, who's already in the negative terrain, is just going to run. That being the case.
You can't do double movement in there.
Oh, I can't do double movement. All
Nope.
right, and I'll go my whole 2 squares.
hmm
Two
Oh,
and a
no.
half squares.
And then Lenza.
Yep, I'll just catch up essentially to the group and then hit the terrain.
Okay. At this point,
Raggy?
Make myself here. Yeah.
hang on, what's it? No. Thought it just adjusted my visibility. So I was wondering if that was causing an issue. Okay, this guy. Tears it up.
Which guy?
Don't worry. Not important. Alright,
I feel like it might be important.
Hypatia.
Right. Well, I guess I'll keep.
Chugging along
Yep.
into the
Seconds
breach.
later, they
Presenting
get to here.
Mm-hmm.
Tick,
Presenting a
questions.
target.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I have to take their vision off them. I didn't have. I had vision
You're
on
just
them
gonna run
before.
around here.
Right,
It's going to
after
be quicker than going through all this crap.
after
Yeah,
Hypatia,
absolutely.
it is Shiro.
Dun, 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 dun. Bing. Done.
And then it will be Varsh. I think Varsh went to the toilet.
No, no.
No.
I just moved.
Next.
Then it will be Shiro,
No, I've done mine. So sure.
and then it will be Lenza.
Ah, that's
I thought we got half speed in this year.
Yeah.
Or you can't dash.
So everybody
You can't-
should have gone in a second. Have you gone this round, Sean?
But yeah,
And I'm last.
I think it's just our movement, so just do your movement.
Yep. Cool.
Well, is that cool with you, Grail?
It's only if you're like doing anything crazy.
is that square that I run through there? Is that square considered difficult movement?
Yep.
Just use the right click so you can do multiple points.
But if you're moving,
But I can't. I got to run straight.
yeah, if you're going, if you're,
Ah, yeah.
yeah, if
that's
you're-
Double movement. Is that square
Yes.
there considered?
yes, for the
So I've
first
got to
time.
go. Yep.
Yes,
Run.
Well,
yeah. If you're moving double move, you have to move in a straight line.
I think
Okay,
that was it.
okay, there go.
I played Snake.
Ah, good old Snake. I remember one time back when it would have been probably about 97. I was living on the Central Coast, and my wife back then, just girlfriend, was up in Newcastle at a work function. I was down there by myself. Called the Chinese place to go get some Chinese. Walked out
Yep.
the door with my phone, but no keys. Locked the door behind me, so I locked myself out of the house. And it's like, fuck. So I had to ring
At
up the
least you're
Chinese.
Chinese.
I had to ring up the Chinese and say, I'm not coming to get it because screw that. I'm not going to walk that far. It was raining or something as well. So it's just like, so I sat
So
down.
your internet was down.
Yeah.
I know, it's long ago.
So I sat down and I played Snake on my Nokia 3100 or whatever it was back then until my battery ran out.
Oh,
And because my wife got back about midnight.
Oh man.
Amazing.
I thought you were
so
going
I
to
think
say
that's everybody.
6 weeks later.
Okay.
Those things have batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Snake
And-
still took a lot out of it.
It did.
Yeah.
And
And-
it wasn't fully charged or something back then.
I don't think they had batteries. It's just there was nothing to do on them, and
It was partly that, but Grail got frustrated with the Snake, but he kept throwing it, but it was a Nokia, so that he was able to walk over, pick it back up, and start playing Snake again.
Not gonna lie, we did play a lot of games of rugby using a Nokia, and they were indestructible.
I like some phones.
Like Ben used to kick it. Like we played full on rugby with it. It was ridiculous.
Okay, this
Bloody
is
tough.
this is a crossbow bolt aimed at Sean.
oh, nice.
Sean. Damn it.
These guys can't hit for shit.
Thank goodness, because
Where'd
Sean's
that crossbow
AC
bolt
is
come from?
shit.
Are they guys on the walls?
Possibly.
I imagine
It's
so.
hard to tell.
Oh.
They're so poor with their shots. No one's really quite sure. It says a poorly maintained but effective crossbow. It's not very effective.
So
This-
I'm
this-
looking over here for the assailant. I take it.
This shot is at Vexxi, at Varsh.
Which one?
See, not effective at all. Can't.
Wow.
They've rolled terribly. Right. Move some guys. Move some guys. Move. Come on, move. That means. Yeah, it'll help if I go to the right token layer, won't it? This guy. I think I moved one. Yeah, this guy was moving back. I moved it forward accidentally. All right. New turn, Sean.
I get to go first.
Yeah.
I think that was 20 feet there. The last 5 feet was onto rough terrain, so is that okay? Or
Yep, that's fine. Technically, the last 5 feet would count as 10, but that's okay. Varsh is next.
can I do half of the 5 feet?
No, Varsh is next. Okay, so this is the guy that was tearing it up.
Okay. Big boy.
Shiro.
I don't think I can see the big boy yet. Alright, Shiro is going to continue this slow advance. Try to get into the lee of this wall. Whee!
Lenza, you'll be up next.
Still bloody ages away, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe not. I will move. Yeah, just to here for now,
Cool.
and wait.
Jaquan, you are up next.
Sorry. Select not grab.
What if?
Is that square and that square that I'm on still difficult terrain? It's a bit hard to tell.
If it's got any, which one? Yes, just count it all as difficult terrain.
Okay, yep, that's me.
All right,
Oh,
Hypatia.
5, 10, 15.
And then it'll be
Running
Sean.
along.
we can now move 50. Ooh.
Hang
on, you've already gone this turn, haven't you?
Oh, you just said, yeah, I was the first person to go, so
Yep.
I thought we'd started the new round, sorry.
No. I just didn't write the number 1 next to you this turn. All right. Then I realised that the number 2 was there, but no number 1. Okay. Go to the GM layer. Why is he doing that? Shh. No one's saying anything. Okay. This guy screws up his hide, so I'll put him. Donk. Oops. I'll put him on the dunk layer.
Chaos.
On the map layer, somebody was trying to sneak up to us, were they?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, hello.
Sneaky
Sneak,
looking.
sneak, sneak.
Does that one meet with your approval, Oz? Is Oz there?
Yeah. I mean,
Discord.
that would be bad for the party from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, therefore Len's stream.
Yeah.
All right. This guy here suddenly raises his hands up in the air and yells something out in some kind of harsh, cruel sounding language, and all the goblins stop. Except for this guy. He's like, Adrian!
Excellent.
And he gets to there, and oh no, how unfortunate. He didn't listen, and I didn't even realize until he was moving. So, something launches up out of the ground.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And is going
Oh.
to.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
Oh no.
That looks to be a whopping great big monstery worm thing. What you can see of it's probably about 8 or so feet long and 5 feet in diameter.
That's my reaction.
What, you put something in?
What is that gif?
Amazing, and you're welcome.
So, what is it? Is it Control Z to make it big?
Yes.
Yes.
Shift Z.
Shift Z. Oh,
To make what big?
Control Z puts it back on some other layer. Oh, because Control Z is undo.
Yeah.
I'm
Shift Z.
Yep.
Zooms it in.
Okay.
Right.
The wham.
Yep.
If that's what you're making
Yep.
big.
Oh, I love that.
Delicious.
Oh.
Lovely.
I like that poison damage. That looks fun.
Yep, let's make a save for this chappy here. He got hit because armor class -5 is pretty good,
Yeah.
and he just got
Good.
ganked pretty severely. And they make a saving throw versus poison. Did he make it? He did. He's lucky.
Nice.
That's the big guy. He's carrying a crude looking morning star, and now he's got a big worm attached to him.
It looks like Goblin Hillbilly.
His
Brilliant.
name's Goida.
That one was for you as a man of culture, Grail.
What's that?
Very good.
You're just sitting on a meme generator, aren't you?
It sure is.
All right, so new round.
So
Yeah,
is
It's
he?
more focused.
Sorry,
Sure
just to clarify, is he riding the carrion worm? Is he being eaten by the carrion worm?
the carrion
It's
worm
latched onto him.
has latched onto him. It's erupted out of the ground as he's run over the top of it, and that was just complete arse. It was just a straight line from him to you, and he ran right over the top of it, and it's just gone. Nope.
Yeah.
It's come up out of the ground, grabbed him, and now it looks like it's trying to, do bad things to him.
Oh, awesome.
They said there weren't traps, but there were carrion worms.
Yep.
Shiro, you're up.
You don't know that it's not Brayden or Sebastian.
Alright. Shiro is going to take a whole step to here, and he's going to use his sling on this guy.
Okay. So
Is that
he has elevated, and therefore he also has a bit of cover. So you'll have -1 to hit him.
is he wearing armor?
He is wearing armor.
Excellent. Then I will use this. Actually, I wonder if that gives me a modifier. That's only -3. AC. Sorry.
That's a hit. He's wearing a leather tunic. 4 damage.
Yep.
It hurts him.
And he's all lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, there's now exactly. There's now a light source there. Bing!
It probably bounced off and fell on the ground or something like that. But he's already visible.
Pro tip is, it won't when you kill or crit someone, then you give them a third eye.
Yeah,
Lindsay, you're up.
And a lantern light source.
How high up are these guys from us?
So those walls are about 40 feet high.
Cool. Can I get a good shot from here, or we'll have to move back to actually get him? I guess I can see him, so.
I sure can see him. You probably can.
You're only going to see like half of him, so he's got cover against you, -1 to hit, which will offset your close range.
Yeah, because it's close range anyway. Cool. Excellent. Let me change my macro because
You need to have a variable macro that you can choose.
Yes, no, I will set that up at some point. So it's I get plus I think it's still +3. Yeah, because I get 2 from.
That's
Oh,
good.
hits. Yeah,
that's
especially
a crit.
since it's the crit.
Okay, so that is 18 damage. He had 2 hit points left. He is
Overkill.
he's DED.
Nice.
Jaquan.
Okay.
Leroy.
After Jaquan, it will be Hypatia.
Probably gonna one-shot it.
5, 10, 15. 10.
Yuquan's gonna die doing what he did.
I
He was
know.
alive, being an arrogant jerk.
Sean. And then it will be Varsh.
What a slog to get through this rubble.
Yeah,
I know.
it's almost as bad as
Are you
shopping.
moving, Sean?
I've moved.
Oh, you've moved. Okay, never mind.
That's the,
Caught up.
I go 10 feet at a turn because encumbrance is a bastard.
Right.
It's the amulet that's slowing me down.
Yeah.
Give
My
us
holy
Moving
symbol,
sponge.
my holy anchor, slowing me down.
Okay, this
Oh.
guy here throws his hands up in the air and yells something at the goblin that's being eaten by the worm, and then he's like, seems to almost face palm, and you think he's just said fucking idiot.
No, I now speak their language. It was Tony. Come on, we discussed this.
Alright,
If you weren't my sister's brother's cousin's wife, I wouldn't employ you.
let's see what this guy can manage. Oh, he breaks free with a 1. So
Oh,
He
what a
made-
champion.
made his strength check, realizes that was a mistake. What a mistake I maker. But actually, when he breaks free, he's going to keep running. He'll get to there. This thing will, devoid of its meal, slither back into the hole. But there is now a hole there. So
Got a
let me-
tasty chunk.
Wow.
Do you want to mark the
So-
hole roughly where it came out, the edges?
nice.
Brilliant.
Cool.
it's kind of not a big gaping hole. It's kind of crushed back in upon itself. So it's like loose dirt and scree and stuff there. So it's clearly obvious something came out of it, but you're not going to fall in.
So
It's a tremor site.
who wants to be worm bait?
I mean, if someone gets it up, Kruber will kill it.
Isn't
Wait,
Isn't that what barbarians are
focus
for?
on. Let's focus on the goblins. We
Yep.
don't have a barbarian.
that's true? We don't, do we?
And Henry, here's one for you. New goal for Sean.
This is a shot against Sean.
Wow,
Nice.
they don't like the cleric.
Yeah, it's these sneaky goblins.
Can I hit for crap though?
Which is fortunate.
You should have taken protection from projectiles.
No, because that might have made them hit. He doesn't,
Yeah, well,
doesn't need it at the moment. All right, so Lindsay, you're up first.
Alrighty.
You might want to edit their text to be ineffective crossbows while Lens is working out.
Well, technically the crossbow's effective. They're not.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, as soon as you change it to ineffective, they're gonna start critting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step out and go for this guy here,
Okay,
which is easily within range.
you'll have -1 on the attack though. You're going through friend and also,
Oh, he's
Yeah.
shooting through me.
that's still hitting. And guess what?
Yep.
Hey,
He
Dead.
he falls like so many clan rats.
Excellent.
As he flops, does something start burrowing towards under the surface from over there?
There's no graboid for him.
Okay.
Jaquan.
Good news, guys. Looks like Lens is going to be actually helpful today, as opposed to the off day.
And then it will be Hypatia.
All right. Wonderful. 5, 10, 15. That's it.
And then it will be Sean.
Okay. Sean gets to shoot at the guy on the wall there.
Okay. You have -1 to hit because he has cover.
You're close range, so
Mm-hmm. So range -1 to hit.
That will
Oh.
kill it. And he will fall, toppling.
Oh, nice.
He'll topple over the
You
edge
can move all
to
of
his
5 feet.
Nice.
demise with a crunch. And then it will be Varsh.
Just keep on moving.
And then it will be Sean. Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get to move again.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You have the alacrity of the gods.
Mhm.
Klala the Reaper blesses thee.
One off a crit that last roll. I could really smacked him down.
All right. This guy here, he's like, you killed my friend. And he does a fancy flip. And you'll move to there. And then he's going to fling. What's this guy got? What is this guy anyway? Why has he got different stats? No, it doesn't matter. He'll throw a throwing axe at you. And he throws it well away.
Yes.
Oh, you can't even pick it up and return it.
This guy, he's like, I'm getting away from that worm. What does a worm do?
Roll on the ground like this, and you know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
He legs it over to here.
He's fast.
Yep.
It's also
That's
not over
tricky.
difficult to read. Good news, Al.
Lens
You can
Lens
face take
will
it.
Lens will shout a warning that probably most of you will ignore, but that's okay. Like, just be aware of an explosion on death or something. It seems like something's going on with him, and the fact that he's just charged towards us. I guess mutant Goliath, or it's not like, or whatever the hell it was,
Goblin. Yeah.
mutant goblin. But like, just I don't know. The hunch on the back seems concerning.
Yeah,
He's
this
got
could
a
be
smaller
interesting.
goblin inside of him, just waiting to.
I don't know, but he's probably different from the normal ones.
Yeah.
Jaquan.
And I'm out of that crap.
And then Hypatia.
Okay. Am I still in difficult terrain at that point?
Yes, you move one square and you're out. But for now,
Yeah. This one here is difficult, but the one you're in is not. So this one here.
Okay.
First, take 10 foot off your move.
By moving.
All right. Well, in that case,
It's like I was giving you. Oh, not one more?
I'll fine. Yes, I've got a phase tank. Deal with it.
Sean, you're up.
It's what I love you to do. Can Aaron have control of Kruber for a minute so he can fix the macros? That'd be awesome.
What's wrong with your macros?
I've gone to, by the way.
Okay, cool. So Varsh is next.
Did I do that? You were gonna change them for me.
Your macros are they on your character sheet?
Maybe.
I don't think they are. Your macros are not there, so giving
No,
him
they're
control.
bars.
Yep, giving him control of it will not help you.
Boo. He did his. He can do mine. No.
All right, so
I'll,
it was
I'll work
Varsh.
it out. Don't worry.
Did Varsh move?
You could You
Oh,
could
not
put them
yet.
in the character sheet, can't you?
You can.
I'll move there.
And then Shuru.
I like Varsh's caution.
Oh, well, I can only move that far anyway.
Okay.
And then Shuru.
Oh, sure. Sorry.
You're
Yes, I'll
just
move
lining
forward
up for a
again.
lightning
There you
bolt.
go.
And then
Uh,
Lenza.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess I will try to shoot at this guy. Can I move to get a better
yeah.
angle?
You can, but remember it's as though you're encumbered one more level.
So I can. Yep. Cool. Exactly. So I will move diagonally 1 and shoot at that guy.
Right, -1 to hit, corner
Yep.
of the wall, and Varsh is in the way.
Okay. That one does probably hit, but it does a little least less damage.
Take the tip off his ear.
Aw.
Good thing is, it's still 50% of his hit points.
Dang.
Oh dear.
Because when you took the tip off his ear, you took the whole ear with it. Alright, there you go. This guy is gonna.
Oops. There you go. I put it in chat for you.
He's gonna swing hard at Hypatia.
hmm See how this goes.
Really badly.
Yeah. Oof.
Because they are rolling like crap.
It would have done some solid damage though.
Yeah, that would have been unpleasant.
Where do I edit it?
That's just what you put in the box.
And this guy's
So if
gonna
you just-
try and stab Hypatia as well with his spear. Now,
It's just under the cog macro.
if the mutant goblin rolled that, he
Just
would have hit
fine.
Hypatia.
Hey, thank you.
Alright,
What a waste of max damage.
What's your armor class, Hypatia?
-2.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's something stupid, isn't it?
Yep, if the mutant goblin rolled that, he hits Hypatia.
Let me thank you, Tels.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so it's new round. It will be Hypatia.
Cool.
Oh, you're gonna get to kill him before I do.
One can only hope. So I guess I'll move over here and make a swing at the mint. Is he armored?
Is that guy armored? That's a good question. Let me go and check. He is not armored.
Oh, so is it a +2 modifier to damage?
It is.
Yes.
Excellent. I think I might hit. Oh my god, mid-max.
But hey, that's still 14. So,
Yeah.
you know.
The first blow kills him.
Yeah, I think
Then
I
he
think he's better.
explodes.
I mean, it didn't help him that the worm took a chunk out of him to start with. And if you wish to put the second blow onto the other goblin,
Yeah.
That's indeed the plan. Easy.
it kills him likewise.
Oh,
No,
he rolled
unless
a one.
I
She doesn't kill him.
no,
oh,
because it's
yeah,
third weapon.
no.
Well, that averaged out.
Yeah, at least you don't hurt yourself. So,
Almost as much damage.
yeah, beautiful.
That goblin's got an armor class of 7, so you know, it was
Save
pretty-
those crits for the worm or the
Oh,
worms.
Sean.
Nice.
Did you want your macros put on your character sheet, Kruber?
Yes. At some point.
So did Sean go?
Yeah, I
Sean's-
moved.
And then Varsh.
Another move.
And then it'll be Shuru.
Good.
And then it'll be Lenza.
Yep.
Do not kill the goblin, Lancer.
Yeah, no, you guys look like you haven't.
And then it'll be Jaquan, who's going to roll 2 ones in a row and stab Hypatia
5-step
in her
and
left buttock.
no.
He's dead.
Finish him
Can you
off.
read the flavor text?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Dead with a capital, dead. Alright,
Yeah, we just got the entire of the camp, which is for some reason hiding away.
That worm.
Oh.
Hang on.
How
Gotta-
far away?
Find it and then make it. Really? That doesn't come up?
What is the extreme long range of my longbow?
210.
210?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So we could just stand here and shoot them.
We could, but I think we're gonna have to deal with that Karen one sooner or later.
What about if we like come around here,
Yeah, at least we
build
won't.
a wall, and then we can just shoot them from the wall up here. Pew, 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 pew.
They
This
can
looks like a human.
move too. He's if you zoom in real close, he is not a human.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also,
But he is armed and armored like one.
who did you think was a human?
This guy kind of looked like a human.
No, he's a...
oh, okay.
Oh, okay, nice. I mean, not, but he's cool.
He's actually well equipped as opposed to
Cool
everybody
pick.
else.
He's got
Yeah.
a male shirt. Sorry, male hauberk, sorry. He's got a shield. He has a helmet. And he's carrying a falx and javelins.
Ooh,
Cool.
Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sean actually has a point. If we go up here, we could he said for no one else to go past here or so. So over here, further up
guy-
here might be relatively safe.
So, this guy here,
There's tents over here too.
can you see him?
Mhm.
Starts doing something which looks suspiciously like casting a spell.
Oh.
Suspiciously like it, but maybe not. Maybe he's just ordering a breakfast burrito, who knows?
Who was it again? Did not see.
This guy, can you see?
Oh, yeah. Spooky looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what class is summon burrito?
He's a hunched over looking goblin
For sure.
wearing
Yeah.
furs and a face mask of what might be leather, who knows?
Hug at that jerk.
And these other chaps look like this.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Wouldn't vouch for their dental hygiene.
And they're wearing like a cuirass of probably some kind of boiled leather and have scimitar and shields. Okay. It is my turn to click off that, so it goes away. Right, it is Sean's turn.
Sean's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whatever will Sean do if he
That
can?
took way too long.
What took way too long?
That.
Finding his meme.
No, I had to make it. Ugh. The effort.
Done.
Yeah, that one's good too.
That one was actually worth finding.
This is a new side of you, Dan. Normally you just post GIFs. Now you're sitting there making memes as you go. So Sean's acted. So Varsh.
I just need to focus for my ADHD.
Does this count as rubble?
No. You're out of
Oh,
now.
I am going
These
to
might.
speed.
Go to
Absolutely.
speed.
Speed.
Oh, we found out who the carrier worm bait is.
Ah!
Oh shit!
Yep, called it.
It's okay. I'll
I
take it.
I volunteer.
Now it's up. We can kill it.
Yes, make that me,
Oof,
please.
-2.
I volunteer for Canyon Worm.
Alright.
Worm.
So
They
it will
have, they
latch.
have a pretty good attack.
Yep. So it grabs hold of you, inflicting 6 damage. So reduce your hit points by
Yeah.
6. You can do that on your token. So if you select your token, the green, yep, done it perfect. And now make a saving throw versus poison. So if you open your character sheet,
Yep.
okay, you'll see that there are saving throws about middle of the way down. So poison or death saves. If you just click on the roll button,
Oh, what's the save modifier?
you have no save modifier. So you failed. You needed to roll 10 or
Ooh.
higher. So you take an additional 4 points of poison damage.
There goes my hit points.
And it has latched onto you.
All the way to 0, or you're fine?
No. Come on. Please no.
I mean, even Lender is more than 10 health. Hopefully a frontline class has a bit more than 10.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You
I'm
say
fine
now.
that.
It's all good.
Shiru is up.
Right. Hero is going to. Shiro's going to move to here and call out to Lenza, "Rod that bastard!"
That's not a bad idea.
And then it will be Lenza.
That's actually not a bad idea because it could just magic missile.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Can I just drop my bow and grab out the rod to use it, or?
You can hold the rod in one hand. You don't need to drop the bow.
Cool. Okay, then I'll take out the rod and use it to cast magic missile. I
Alright,
guess.
it is an instantaneous effect, unlike most spells, which go a bit later. So
Yep.
roll your damage, 1d6 plus 1. I'm assuming
roll
that you
big.
are targeting the
The carrion worm.
carrion worm and not Vexxi.
No. What?
What?
No.
What?
I was pointing at the wizard, or the caster shaman.
Oh.
That's what I'm pointing at. But
That one.
if you want to hit the worm, hit the worm.
This doesn't have that long of a range, does it?
You've never used it before.
Like that's almost 300 feet away.
Is it?
Who are you targeting?
Okay, fine. Never mind.
Yeah.
Who do you
Sorry,
want to target?
Lenza was entirely convinced that it was just for the worm, so Lenza's going to go for the worm.
Fine.
Alright, so just for your info.
Yep.
It would have got.
Yeah, it only goes 100.
It would have got to there.
Yeah.
150
shame.
feet. Alright, so roll your damage against the worm. Okay, awesome. So it has now suffered 3 points of damage.
Thank you, Henry.
So far away from things.
And then it will be Jaquan.
Uh,
You got to say Vexxi, she can't die first session.
I mean, yeah, she totally
Got a
can,
scratch.
but don't worry.
Ooh, so close. Wait, what'd you roll then?
16, I think.
Not enough. Okay, well, 7 points of damage is still pretty good.
Yeah.
And 10 points of damage is pretty freaking good if a 1 hits, which we
Right.
hope it does.
So, and also they both hit. It seems to be kind of like stabbing a big bowl of ice cream.
Oh, I got this.
Second one.
In that it's, you hit it, kind of gooey stuff spurts out and kind of oozes and stuff like that. But it doesn't seem to really pay too much attention to the fact that you're stabbing it with something so small and flimsy and,
And magical.
pointy. It doesn't give a shit if it's magical or not. You're stabbing a big fat worm with a tiny little pointy stick. It goes, please.
It needs an axe.
I pay
It
sure.
needs a choppy.
Thanks to community, this is just making me really uncomfortable. Is the blue fire around it, I think.
Would you prefer if I hang on a second? If I go into the map layer, grab it, And oop,
If
hang on.
I go, no, I don't want you to go.
I'll
into
just
the back
rotate it.
and
There we
grab
go.
it.
There you go. I rotated it, so it's now 90 degrees on its side.
Thanks.
Right. So after Jaquan, it was Hypatia.
Okay, 5, 10, 15. So I've had it. Is it armored?
No, it's just fat.
Noise it.
It's got big bones.
Ugh.
Okay.
That might
Does it
actually
Why
miss.
did it?
That hits.
Nice.
Nice. Ugh. What is with the minimum damage?
Hey, you're hitting at least, Al.
True.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd rather hit for low damage than miss for a crit.
Fair.
Is 19 a crit or?
Not for me.
You're a
Oh,
Yeah,
fighter.
okay.
19 is a crit for you. You're a
Aren't
fighter.
you a fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 19s are a
You
crit
need
for
to modify it so that it changes it, so your crit is a higher number.
So where it says CS,
Okay. Yep.
Yes.
CS less than 20, you need to change it to CS 9 to less
Yeah.
than 19 or whatever.
Greater,
Yeah.
greater than 19.
Greater than 19, sorry.
Whereas greater than is
Alright.
actually in the macro greater than or equals. So that's double damage. So that will be 9, 18
Oh, man.
damage.
Nice.
All right. The worm is seriously injured now.
You see, the main issue with what you did for me, Henry, was you didn't fill it all in so I could just post it.
Pretty sure you
Mm.
can. You should just be able to. You gotta stick that in to your character sheet, and then when you select your character, it automatically picks the @selected icon, which is your character.
And where
In your character sheet, go to the
Yeah.
third tab. Go to the third tab,
attributes and abilities.
Yep. and the ability site, hit add,
Yep.
and then just paste it in the so hit the little edit button. So where it
Yep.
says new ability, hit the little pencil, and then paste it in that window.
And then show as token action. Tick.
Oh yeah, show as token action. Check that box.
Or you can show it in your macro bar. Either way.
No, you want it as token action because when you click on the token, it appears, and the token has to be selected for it to work.
I know. I'm saying either way. If you want them down the bottom, you go macro bar. And if you want them up the
Let's-
top, you go
Oh, there's another.
token action.
Woohoo!
Oh no.
This is
What's
going
this
for
number?
Jaquan.
And its friend.
Did I get a go that round? I can't remember.
Yeah.
No, I moved.
is that a critical?
didn't do
They-
We don't.
anything.
They don't do crits. Don't worry.
Characters can't be critted,
Oh yeah.
which is
Does-
lucky. But
Yeah.
But the reason being, you guys suffer against. You have more attacks against you, so it's unfair. Crits have an inverse effect against characters. So you have been struck, Jaquan, for 9
Yep.
blunt and piercing damage. Because it's blunt, it overrides 1 point of damage reduction as well.
Yep.
Which would, I believe, you wear heavy armor, don't you? So you have 2 points of DR with
Yep.
your helmet. So you've only got 1 point of DR against it. Make a saving
Oh,
throw versus
suffer,
poison or suffer 4 points of damage.
The
Doesn't look right,
thing
Kruber.
didn't work. Yeah. Verse poison.
Mhm.
No modifier. Nope.
So you take further 4 points worth of poison damage. And you were
Now-
grabbed. Varsh, make a d20 roll. Your strength is 19. You have to get 10 or less to break free from the worm. 1d20, 10 or less to break free from the worm. You do not break free. It continues to nibble on you.
Unlucky.
Continues to nibble.
Nom, 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 nom. But it might die this round.
It
Dude.
it
But we can only
automatically
hope.
automatically inflicts 10 more points of damage.
Ow.
Ooh.
This
Ow.
is a
It's
big
the danger zone.
parasite.
Yes, it's a big
Going
leech.
well.
And another saving throw versus poison, please.
It's just saying spoon.
And it's trying to drag you underground.
Oh, that is not good.
Did you make a roll for? No, you fail.
Yeah, that one's
What
not
a great
good.
start to my. So -4 as well.
No, I haven't rolled the poison damage yet. It's exploding poison damage, by the way. That's why if you have a look at the poison damage roll, it has an exclamation mark after it.
Ooh.
7.
Ouch.
This could potentially kill you, but I'm not going to let you die first session. I'm going to give you an out. So you will, if you have to make a death save. Although you have a blessing. You have a blessing. Oh, you have a blessing. You could use your
What's the
blessing.
blessing do?
Interesting. Am I a mean character? Sure, yes. Or shall we use it?
You want to play your blessing?
What does it do?
So, therefore, just highlight over the blessing you wish to play. And remember, everyone can discard cards to prevent damage as well.
Yeah, you got to be within range though.
You do. I think I changed the rules for that though to make it
Wait,
easier to play.
what choice do I have besides the blessing?
Yeah.
It's the best. It's the best choice.
I'll go with it then. Sure.
So just you can just play it. So
Yeah.
you should be able just to
Your hand.
click on it, and then you should be able to just play it.
I think you drag it onto the
Oh, you
table.
drag it onto the table. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, whoops.
Okay. So let's make it big because let's make it big.
Big.
Blessing of the Nightmare of Souls. If you would be killed by a physical attack, make a saving throw versus death. Actually, you haven't been killed yet. You make a saving throw versus death to start with. So roll your save versus death.
Which is the same as your poison save.
Because you might be able to take this back to your hand. No,
Oh, great.
you would die from this when you reach 0 hit points. If you would be killed by a physical attack, make a saving throw versus death. So you can make another one.
And I am gonna die anyway.
Nope, that's a success.
That's a success. If you succeed, you take no damage, but a random ally within 10 feet.
Wait, 20
Didn't-
feet.
Within 20 feet. So it takes that damage as a psychic assault.
It's
Instead,
all.
And
It's
the
just.
attacking enemy is affected by a cause fear with a -2 on the saving throw. If there's no ally within 20 feet. So there is. You have two
Yeah,
of them.
two in fact.
So,
Letty.
so
So
roll a
the
dice.
way this works is on a 1 to 6, it targets Al, unfortunately.
And on a 7 to 100, it targets Shaquan.
So
You say
evens-
that, and she'll still roll.
Just roll any dice on an odd number, it targets Hypatia, and on an even number, it targets Shaquan.
Love it. Any die.
Any die, doesn't matter. Odds, it targets
Odds.
Hypatia. So Hypatia will take.
Told you.
Yeah, we knew.
Hypatia takes then the damage from the blow, which was
7.
No. Does it take the whole thing though? Does
it'll
it
take
take
the whole-
the
yeah.
17?
yes. Yeah, it'll
Cool.
take the whole thing.
Oh, jeez.
And
Congrats.
how
So
much?
you can add 10 health back to your character then.
How much does a card prevent?
2. 1, sorry, for a regular card.
No, hang on a second. Yeah, let me just bring it back up.
A minor
Option
blessing
was-
only prevents 1 damage.
Hang on a second. Blessings.
Well, they used to. Maybe it's 2 now. I don't know.
The tentative player may discard one of their cards to give an ally within 10 feet a plus or -1 to a d20 or plus or -5 to a d% roll before that player rolls the dice, or to reduce damage taken by that ally from any source by 2. Major
There you
blessing cards can be discarded to give this bonus to an ally within 50 feet.
And
When a major blessing is played, so Varsh has just played a major blessing, the character gains the benefit of a bless spell on them for 1 minute. So bless gives you +1 to hit and damage, and saving throws. Oh no, just +1 hit and damage. So you have +1 hit and damage for the next 10 rounds or 6 rounds. Sorry, because a round is 10 seconds. Varsh, +1 to hit and damage. There you
I
go.
mean,
Also
You
regain
can't-
10 hit points because
Yes.
you know.
Because all that's going on to Hypatia.
Yep. And Hypatia take 15, I
Seven-
guess. Wait, does
17 damage.
17 to Hypatia.
oh no, 17 because it's psychic damage.
Yep.
How-
Oh,
So
would
gain
reducing that by 2 help you at all, Al?
And guess what?
It'd help Al by 2.
Varsh now has divine.
You want some
awareness.
help, Al?
No,
Al?
Mike, unfortunately.
I think Al's
Yes,
away.
yes.
There,
Yes, yeah,
that reduces it by 2.
Nice.
thank you. So, how many on?
15 damage.
16. Scream out of pain.
All right.
Rip.
And the enemy is affected by a cause fear spell with a -2 on the saving throw. But let's make a saving throw versus saving throw versus spells or device with a -2 modifier.
Oh,
It made it.
just.
This worm is quite.
It really wants to get you. Like it doesn't. It really just doesn't care. You've literally
Just
been blessed.
remember-
You have been blessed by one of the 8, and the worm still wants to eat you.
Just remember, if anyone asks how was the session, just tell them Grail's worm ruined it.
Why has Dropbox now decided to add 3 files? They were updated like 12 hours ago. Jesus. Go Dropbox.
Did
Alright.
you get my whisper there, Kruber? Did you get my whisper?
Oh, yep.
I didn't see the whisper. They've changed that.
Well, it's just to me.
No,
Oh,
GMs
okay.
used to get all whispers.
Not anymore. We can
No.
whisper about the GM. That's awesome.
I don't give a fuck.
I mean,
It's just
you can just do that anyway.
right, so this one was discarded. Alright. And it is by the way, that spell was in effect. It went off and it was mirror image.
Wasn't it already, Sean?
I don't know. It's just that there's a
There's an
There you go.
additional. Yeah.
so you've got the hover over. It's got 5++0.
Yeah.
You're missing a field there. So you have to. I'm pretty sure that's a magic bonus. Because it's in both the damage and
So
the hit.
it asks me what the bonus is when I
No, no,
click on it.
If you go to your character sheet, the second tab, if you have a look at your weapons, they've got name, damage, magic bonus. You have to have something in there, otherwise it's a null field and it crashes the equation.
Okay.
Okay, so he's got
Right.
He's got 2 additional.
Although actually it's a magic bonus
Copies.
of 1 because it's a +1.
Yeah, as
So
long
we'll
as you
try it.
haven't accounted that for that somewhere else.
Hey, that works. Thank you.
What's a good thing to put on it for duplicates?
Although I do like flavor text for Barrett. I will use it.
Well, if you change your weapon name from Rancer to the flavor text,
Yeah.
it will automatically come up.
Agreed.
So
Okay.
and then you just have to change your weapon description and you change your flavor text
I like mine the best.
as quickly and often as you want because you just change it in the character sheet.
Okay, so he's cast a spell and 2 more of him have appeared.
Excellent.
Woohoo!
So his spell finished after you guys made your stuff. Alright. There you go. Bargom. It's actually they've done their stuff. Alright, new turn. After I move some more of these guys.
New game.
New game. Wow. TPK already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible. You
Hope you're not.
guys didn't do any scouting, didn't do any reconnoitering.
We got this.
Yeah,
I
the
hope you're not
Read
feeling
one
left
time.
out, Vexxi. And to make sure you're not feeling out, there's one for you.
Oh no.
Let's do this as well.
I note, please don't make me ever type swallow into a meme generator.
What was it? There was
again, because it's almost as bad as the GIFs.
Sorry,
was-
whose go was it?
hang on, there was a good. Where's it? There it is. That's what I was.
Julian's getting a gift.
Oh, yeah.
So.
No.
Oh no.
So Varsh is
Yeah.
Varsh is up.
Oh,
What the hell is that?
Do I still need to release myself?
Yes, you are still stuck. Stuck, I tells you. You make another strength check, d20, and it's under half your strength because this thing is so big and it has kind of sucky kind of tentacle things. Craig would love it.
Yup.
You've broken free.
Ooh.
Under half your
At
strength or just
last.
under your strength?
Under
under
half.
half your strength.
Okay.
Her strength is 19.
Okay.
So you are free, as I say. Where do you wish to plop yourself? Put yourself in a square next to you, adjacent.
Adjacent.
To where you
Not
are.
there.
Maybe not between the ones.
And
Like
you
dash
make an attack as well?
No, that's her turn.
Okay.
Shiro.
All right, sure is going to uh, 3, and he is going to. He's just going to throw a sling bullet at this guy.
Wouldn't it be better to use the sling rather than throw it? Plunk.
Yes, use the sling. This one, because they're not armored. Oh, max damage. That's nice.
That is. Yep. These guys just rely on being ugly.
Huge.
And now he's lit. Fully lit.
Now I had to reach back into the archives for this.
So that will be lenses next.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Alrighty.
Brad should get it as well.
Let's just finish this one off, or at least try to finish that one off. I still have -1 because I'm shooting in between people, but
Yep.
that's okay. Does it AC of 3 hit?
It does.
Probably not.
It
Oh,
does.
really?
Yeah.
Excellent. 5 damage.
They're just big fat blob thingies.
Yeah, my AC
Oh,
5.
no, it's not dead. It's not dead.
Oh, because it's a piercing attack.
Burrows with dunk.
Ooh.
It's like sticking a pin into a cushion. You quite a big fat gooey cushion that wants to eat you.
You quiet?
Yep. You are stuck in a worm mouth.
Nope.
You have broken not free.
Why not?
Yes, you have.
I was going to say, that's definitely less than the 9 I needed.
I know.
He's
boy.
chilling. Chill next to him. Hey.
Hypatia.
Actually, can I choose where out of its mouth I go?
Sure.
I'll go there.
Hey.
Back to back.
Hypatia.
Alright, let's do this. Targeting this one. How about I target?
Just for your info, it's got an armor class of 5. It has thick, rubbery, fleshy skin, but it's still a bag of pus.
Yeah. I think you got it.
It's dead. Squidged.
Alright, targeting the other one. Is that
That's a crit.
Dang!
So that is 30 damage.
Okay.
Okay. It's a long GIF, but I think it works. I mean, I agree with you, Aaron, but
Oh.
It is a very long GIF.
I was just looking for Rubber Monster. Oh, that could have gone poorly. Anyway,
Yes.
let's continue.
Sean.
Hmm.
Cast protection from Grail's worm on someone.
Yeah.
I recommend not bothering to shoot at it. It really doesn't seem like it's worth it.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Nice.
What spell are you casting?
What is it? Bless.
Cool.
Sure that has a reasonable range on it, doesn't it?
Reasonable.
Yeah, but you got to choose a box.
There go.
Yeah.
This thing here has 4 targets it can choose, but it's really only choose one of 2 because they're right next to it. Odds,
Oh, yeah.
odds, it's going to go for Jaquan.
Uh-huh.
Evens, Hypatia.
Cool.
Hypatia.
It's funny that you roll for the illusion of fairness.
Yeah.
Uh,
Doesn't hit you though.
Nope,
awesome.
That's
it
good.
does not hit you.
Yes.
'Cause this thing can.
4. Pretty bad.
2. That would have been bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And after it tried to bite you, it's going to make a morale check. I think I know what it's going to do anyway.
Disappear.
Yeah. It will crawl back into the ground. Let me just put this on the map layer. That dead one. And then I'm going to go freehand,
We just got a big yellow square.
draw there.
Yeah, that's me, sorry.
Okay.
That's your bless Brady's thing.
So goblins have moved, blah, 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 blah. And I think we can leave it there for the night as the goblins are approaching. One of the carrying worms is deceased, the other one has been driven off.
Right,
Way
finish
to
my
give
spell
away
effect.
there's only 2.
You can. Was that sorry?
Way to give away there's only 2.
No,
He only said one's been driven off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not they've all
Okay.
been driven off.
And also, you have only encountered 2, so I would only refer to the 2 that you have encountered. Not the other.
Likely
Not the other
story.
47.
Man, if we had enough cash, that'd probably be enough to give me a level.
Excellent.
I love.
I
how
ran
optimistic
in
you are.
and just got latched on.
Even after the poor mutant goblin showed the way.
Yeah. This is the way.
It's not the way.
Cool. All right, so I'll flick you back to there. At this point, what we do at the end of each session, Vexxi, is players can vote for who is MVP for the round, for the session, and they get bonus XP and stuff. So that's a whisper to me. Just nominate the player you believe would be,
And
or message me in Facebook because it's almost like you're not even trying.
it is almost like that.
What gave it away?
And the MVP can be who did the best things in the game, who was the funniest, who was the most entertaining, who progressed the story the most. Can be a bunch of different
Who
things.
was the target of all random luck things?
Yeah.
I think we all know who it's going to be tonight.
The carrion worm.
Yep.
Mhm.
I was gonna say the mutant goblin.
He was pretty legit.
It's really funny. Every time I've got a new enemy that you guys haven't encountered yet, they go shit generally. Like the first time you encountered that troglodyte beast, and it rushed forward and just bit its own
Biffed
tongue.
everything.
it,
Yep.
it fumbled.
These carrion worms were pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So you can't vote for yourself. So just do a
right.
whisper to me. Okay, so we've got. So Varsh is MVP.
Yep, of course. That was a great introduction.
And
That's
and
yeah.
I
Hypatia.
ran in and nearly died. He would swing my weapon.
That is on brand for this party.
And Hypatia gets runner-up. Hypatia, do you wish to get a minor blessing or XP as runner-up.
Ooh. I've actually got a minor blessing for a change.
Okay,
Which probably should have a couple in hand.
cool. So you get
Can't spend them on yourself, Al.
I know, but it's if I want to, return the DR favor.
Alright, so Vexxi gets
Yeah.
one because of getting MVP, and Hypatia gets one for getting runner-up. Alright, so I get to hide that. Now I get to quickly
Last
jump in
mean
here.
for Grail.
Alright, what did you get? I like seeing what people get.
Oh, sweet.
I like to watch.
That's
I can't see what you got. It won't let me select your blessings.
good.
It's all hidden. Your I can't select your cards, but I can select everybody else's.
Whose cards?
Hypatia's.
Oh.
What are you
I
laughing at?
I
I
know.
defy your omnipotence.
Cool.
Good game.
That was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Not quite
Yeah.
done.
Welcome to the party.
Yes,
Thank
assuming
you.
you come back.
I will come back so I can swing my weapon. I swear to God, I will swing my weapon once
Yeah,
before I go.
actually make an attack. That's just real good, isn't it?
I will
Yeah.
die.
Look, there
If
are going to be
actually die
plenty of goblins.
Yeah.
Yep.
You'll
Or
be,
if that
you'll be
carrion
spoiled for
worm comes
choice.
back.
And
I've
look,
got a good environment.
the other thing is you don't have to worry about. Sean's got all the healing you'll need.
Oh,
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
There you go, Grail. There are now two choices for you. One just above your.
Look, the solution was just to bring two monsters.
Oh,
Problem solved.
no, the solution was to point me in the direction of a meme generator to keep me on task.
Anyway, that was great. Welcome to the party, Vex.
Yes, thank you.
indeed.
Yes. Uh,
And you know how fortuitous was it that you got that major blessing?
I know, right?
Yeah, very convenient.
Would have just dropped it right then and there.
By the way, when you played it, you heard horrible whispering in the background. You weren't quite sure what exactly it was. You called out in your moment of panic and utter terror to the 8, and they answered you. But was it Shiro saying something in his native tongue? Or was it the Queen of the Gods damning you for eternity? Who knows?
or was it the masking where their Uber Eats driver was?
Could have been that as well. So why can't I see hang on, I can't pull up Hypatia's blessings. How unfortunate.
Does Varsh have a second name, a last name?
Not that we know of.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not that we
She's-
know
You
of.
said she didn't know her parents.
She's like, sure.
She could have a disclaimer. She could be like, Varsh, the deadly, the brutal,
Yeah, well, that's right.
Gosh, the dead.
Brioche.
Or it could be
The
Varsh.
dead.
Or it could be Varsh, shut the fuck up, Sean. You just never know.
Or Varsh, the mounts are putting up with your bullshit, so shut it.
Yeah. I only asked
Shush.
because there's no character sheet, so I
Yes, there
can't
is.
connect it to this. Is there?
Yeah.
Where is it? In characters?
Yep.
Yeah, it's the top
Yep.
one.
In the wiki post?
Oh, no.
Oh,
but
no,
in the
in
character
Roll20.
packets.
No, because
In
Yeah.
because the character is only just being finished.
I know. I was just trying to put a link to the players in session,
Cool. I'll tidy that up.
and
later.
there was. Yeah,
Just
I figured. I
Just write
figured you
Varsh
would.
down. Every now and then I go back in.
I did.
I create links. Cool.
No, that's cool. I was just wondering if you'd done that, but you obviously haven't, so that's fine. I've just got
Other people. Yeah.
it in there. It's all good.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to stop the recording now before it gets to 48,000 gig. Gets to a terabyte.
Yeah.
So thanks for the game, guys. Appreciate it.
Yes.
No worries.
Thank you
I
very much.
appreciate it. That was good fun.
Thank you.